World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4801, Scourge. Chen Shang was worried that Shen Zhenyi and the others would not be able to find Ying Kuang, but now Ying Kuang is actually near the Demon Soul Star. He was very sure that the old villain Guo Lingshe spoke of was Ying Kuang. Chen Shang, this friend of yours is really amazing, you can actually know Guo Lingshui's whereabouts, and you are so eager to kill her. Shen Zhenyi said. He's amazing, he's from another world, and he's also a character in another world. Chen Shang smiled and said, Guo Lingshe is here, I really didn't expect it. This little bitch, I thought she was very wrong before, so I let her get out of the Monster Soul Star. Xiangling scolded. It seems that it is really unreliable, and she is secretly doing something with Yishan. Stuff, maybe those ghost bugs are related to her. In the past 2 days, Shen Zhenyi also told Xiangling and other core members of the Ghost Girl Kingdom about Guo Lingshe, Queen Tianyu, and the group of aliens and let them know what happened to Guo Lingshe. Send someone out immediately to take down Guo Lingshe. Shen Zhenyi said, and invite that old senior in. In the past 2 days, Shen Zhenyi has given orders to let the women in the palace get dressed, and even the women of the entire Demon Soul Girl country have to get dressed. Chen Shang waited patiently, and after a while, a woman came back and said, Queen, Guo Lingshe has been captured and sealed and brought back. However, the old senior refused to come in, he said that the Monster Soul Star has dirty things, he afraid. Hearing these words, Shen Zhenyi and Xiangling frowned, and then looked at Chen Shang. Monster Soul Star has dirty things, obviously it is that kind of bug. Ying Kuang hadn't entered the Demon Soul Star yet, and he was still outside the barrier high above the Demon Soul Star, but he could actually tell that this was even more brilliant than Chen Shang. I said that my friend is very good. Chen Shang said. I'll go out to meet him, you guys are waiting for me here. By the way, Zhenyi Xiangling, you go look at Guo Lingshe, this woman is very cunning, I'm afraid she will run away. Okay, Shen Zhenyi and Xiangling went to the place where Guo Lingshe was imprisoned. Chen Shang followed a woman and flew into the air to meet Ying Kuang. My son, I finally see you. That Guo Lingshe was taken away, this place is the Demon Soul Girl country. It's too dangerous, let's get away from this place. Ying Kuang said. Ah Ying, I saw something like silk thread, it should be a worm, right? Chen Shang then talked about the kind of red worm. After Ying Kuang heard this, his face was extremely solemn. Damn, it really is this kind of thing. The 4 great heavens actually put this kind of thing here, they are not afraid to play it off. These heinous bastards, sooner or later, I will kill them with 1,000 cuts. Ying scolded furiously. The woman who brought Chen Shang here was so frightened by these words that her face turned pale. Don't be afraid, girl. You go back to the palace first, I'll go back by myself later. Chen Shang said. Yes, the woman hurried away. Son, that kind of thing is indeed a kind of bug, called a scourge. Once the stone carving is cracked, it will be a catastrophe. Ying Kuang said with a look of fear, you think the stone carving is a cocoon, and after the cocoon is broken, one will come out. A very powerful worm. No, it's the worm that turned into a catastrophe. What the asterisk is this? Chen Zhang's face changed greatly. Different natural disasters are terrifying. Things like cracking scourges are something that everyone is afraid of in the 4 different heavens. Unexpectedly, those guys still keep cracking scourges, and they also put them into Xingxi territory. Ying Kuang scolded in a low voice. The 4 evil star territories of different heavens, I don't know if there is such a thing. What is the natural disaster like? Chen Shang hurriedly asked. Have you seen the calamity? That kind of thing can trigger the disaster of the 4 different heavens. Ying Kuang said. Once the calamity is successfully saved, it will become stronger, and then the calamity that it breeds will bring forth. Insects will become stronger. The 2nd generation of cracking scourges will crack faster, and the speed of turning creatures into stone sculptures is also faster. Damn, I still underestimated Yishan's ghosts. After Chen Shang heard it, he couldn't help but curse. Run, the Demon Soul Star is helpless. It's very dangerous for those women to have scourges in their bodies. Ying Kuang said. Fortunately, the soul-suppressing magic can restrain that kind of thing. The scourges can't get into you. Soul. Ah Ying, I helped them get rid of the scourge bugs, and I collected a lot of them myself. Chen Shang said. What, you have collected a lot? Ying Kuang was so frightened that he jumped back immediately. What are you afraid of? That thing doesn't seem to be particularly strong. Afterwards, Chen Shang talked about his method of clearing the scourge. After Ying Kuang heard it, he frowned and said, "It sounds very reliable. So, you still have a solution." "I plan to make another talisman and stick it on the stone carving. It can destroy the scourge," Chen Shang said. "I need a lot of powerful soul-suppressing magic power to make a pill, and then forge the pill into the talisman." "Nay, so Ying, you can be of great help." "No problem, I really didn't expect the soul-suppressing magic to be so useful. You alchemists have so many tricks." Ying Kuang seemed to be relieved a lot. He was still very relieved about Chen Zhang's alchemy technique. For the sake of safety, Ying Kuang didn't enter the Demon Soul Star. In his opinion, something like the scourge was too dangerous, so he wouldn't get close if he didn't get close. If it is a strong enemy, he will fight hard, but he will recognize it if he can't fight. But an enemy like the scourge worm can't use his strength at all, and it turns into a stone sculpture inexplicably, and then it's over, and it will die very uselessly. Chen Shang took out a floating house, put it in the air, and let Ying Kuang condense a large amount of soul-suppressing magic power here, and let him inject it into the power storage bead. After Chen Shang collected them, he returned to the underground stone room of the palace to concoct pills. Shen Junyi and Xiangling are watching over Guoling Shay, and at the same time they are also pressing her to ask her about the alien. Guoling Shay won't say anything, just said we're all done. Xiangling scolded and came to the underground stone room and said, "Guoling Shay, this little bitch, must know what that kind of bug is about." Chen Shang didn't tell Shen Junyi and the others about the scourge, because he was worried that it would cause panic. "Really? Then I have to see her." Chen Shang said, "Have you tortured them?" "Use it. This little **** is not afraid of anything. She doesn't seem to be in pain at all. No matter how hard she tortures her, she has no reaction at all. We really have no choice." Xiangling said helplessly. "We can't let her suffer, I'm so sick." "Brother-in-law, you may have a way." Xiangling smiled and said, "Sister asked me to come to you, let you go and see, and say that you may have a way to get her to speak." "What can I do? Torturing people is not my forte." Chen Shang shook his head and smiled. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4802, Alien Puppet. Chen Shang felt that Xiangling and Shen Junyi should be very professional in using torture to interrogate them. They couldn't get anything out of their interrogation, so if he went there, there would be no result. "Go and have a look, maybe you have a solution," Xiangling said. "By the way, brother-in-law, how did you and the Queen's sister know each other?" "Fate," Chen Shang said with a smile. The process of her escaping from the Demon Soul Star territory was very tortuous. It was through reincarnation. When I met her, her memory was still very confusing, and she gradually remembered some things later. Yeah, it's still very risky for her to run out in that way. Originally, when she came back this time, she could almost help me escape from the Demon Soul Star territory, but unexpectedly something happened in the Monster Soul Star territory." Xiangling walked ahead and led the way, sighing and talking about the Demon Soul Star field being sealed. Chen Shang followed Xiangling, and soon came to another secret room. Guoling Shay was lying in a circular pit. There are some array flags around the pit, and there are array patterns formed by several chains covering Guoling Shay. This seal is also very strong. Chen Shang came in and saw that it was very difficult for Guoling Shay to escape, and he was relieved a lot. However, even with this strong seal, Shen Junyi was still very worried that Guoling Shay would run away, and arranged for a lot of people to watch. Inside the imperial palace of the Demon Soul Girl country, there were only 50 or 60 women left with the most powerful strength. Now, 30 women have been arranged to surround Guoling Shay in this secret room. Chen Shang. Guoling Shay was lying there, saw Chen Shang coming, and sneered, "Empress, Queen, I didn't expect you to make an exception to let a man enter the female country of demon souls, and even come to the palace. It seems that what is the so-called female country of demon spirits? The rules are all farts, there is no majesty at all." "No, I strictly abide by the rules of the Demon Soul Girl country, and the rules I set will not be broken," Shen Junyi said. "Then what happened to him? Didn't you say that men are not allowed to step into the palace? How did he come in?" Guoling Shay sneered. "I won't tell you anything about letting him enter the Demon Soul Star, but now I let him enter." Palace. The more than 30 women present are all senior officials in the Demon Soul Girl country, and they are very powerful. Naturally, they will not say much, and Chen Shang also helped them solve the threat of that kind of bug. Also, Chen Shang is really handsome, he is very pleasing to them, and he is the man of their queen, so they don't think it's wrong to break the rules. What do you know? Shen Junyi didn't want to explain too much, and snorted coldly, Guo Lingshe, don't try to escape, you'd better explain everything honestly. Humph, you demon women don't believe what they say, and the queen takes the lead in destroying the country's laws. Guo Lingshe looked at the other women and said, don't you think your queen is outrageous? She can bring any man here. Destroying the national law you established, why are you still loyal to her? This shows that she has no principle, and for the sake of men, she will betray you at any time. Quote. Shut up, Xiangling yelled angrily. Then ask your empress to explain what kind of punishment she will accept for bringing a man into the palace. Guo Lingshe continued to support the fire. Forget it, I'll explain it to the sisters today. Shen Junyi glanced at Chen Shang, and then said seriously, first of all, our demon soul girl kingdom was born because of the cultivation of the demon soul Dao. And the demon soul Dao was originally born. It was created by Chen Shang, he is the ancestor of the demon soul Dao. Among the national laws of the demon soul girl country, it is stated that the demon soul Dao ancestor is allowed to enter the palace. Guo Lingshe was stunned, even Xiangling and the others were dumbfounded, because Chen Shang looked so young and handsome, but he was the patriarch of the demon soul Dao. They are very aware of the history of the demon soul girl country, which has existed for many years. It was many years ago when it split from the Heavenly Mother Palace. Furthermore, the 6 paths of cultivation law that appeared in the demon soul star territory was also created by him. Among the 6 path cultivation laws are the soul path of the demon soul path, which further improves the practice of the soul path of the demon soul path. I invite him to preach, why not? Shen Junyi continued. Who the ***** is he? Guo Lingshe was shocked, she naturally knew the 6 path cultivation law. In the demon soul star territory, after comprehending the 6 cultivation rules, if you try to practice for a period of time, you can obviously feel that your practice is faster and your strength is stronger. The demon soul star territory is in the world-defying universe, and the world-defying universe was created by him. Who do you think he is? Shen Junyi snorted coldly. The fate cultivation law that just appeared not long ago, this fate law is also created by him, far more wise than your otherworldly soul sea cultivation. Shen Junyi also realized the fate cultivation method, and she also knew that it must have been created by Chen Shang. Xiangling looked at Chen Shang in surprise, she thought that Chen Shang was just an alchemist, but she didn't expect to have such a history. She was also secretly excited in her heart, because their ghost girl country had climbed up such a big backer. A person like Chen Shang is still the ancestor of their demon soul Dao, so wouldn't they be able to walk sideways from now on? Xiangling and the others now also know why when Chen Shang came here, he could immediately see the danger of those bugs and find a solution. His cultivation is not high, but his ability is not small. Cough, Guo Lingshe, you should be from another heaven. But you are not the same as someone from another heaven. Chen Shang said, you'd better cooperate with us, you can avoid the pain of flesh and blood. Don't try to threaten me, I'm not afraid of death. After Guo Lingshe was shocked, she looked at Chen Shang and said, I didn't expect you to be the one who created the world-defining universe. I can't see it, I'm not afraid of you, this is my deity, but I am a very special existence, I am not a human being. What? Shen Junyi frowned and said, you're not human, so what are you? I'm a puppet, Guo Lingshe said, I'm a puppet who came out of the womb and was destined to be a puppet. I'm a puppet that is no different from a human being. There are really many tricks in Yishan. Chen Shang said, so, it's useless to keep you. My master created me mainly to study the cultivation of the evil spirits. Guo Lingshe said again, I have copied the memory in my soul before, floating in the demon soul star field, waiting for my master to come. When you go to the demon soul star field, you can quickly find that memory, and he will know everything here. Since that's the case, we can kill you now. Chen Shang said. Kill it, you won't get anything from me. Guo Lingshe said coldly, and after killing me, our master will definitely avenge me. After all, I am the best puppet he has created over the years. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4803, Scourge Mother. Guo Lingshe has cultivated the alien evil seed, and has also cultivated to the very rare alien evil star realm. If she kills her, then her master will definitely seek revenge on Chen Shang and the others after knowing it. Chen Shang and the others could see that Guo Lingshe was not afraid of death, so they were not in a hurry now. They all want to try hard to see if they can get any useful news from Guo Lingshe. Why don't you do it? Guo Lingshe sneered. Are you afraid that my master will take revenge on you, or are you thinking about how to torture me? I'm not afraid of pain, you can come as you please. By the way, Chen Shang, you are a man, my body the structure is exactly the same as that of a woman, you can do whatever you want to me. Guo Lingshe, are you not afraid of anything now? Do you really think we can't get any valuable information from you? Chen Shang asked. That's right, I won't say anything, besides, you won't be able to use methods like soul search for me. My soul will self-destruct. Guo Lingshe grinned. My only value now is to be you. You can play with me at will. Guo Lingshe, does the scourge have anything to do with you? Chen Shang suddenly asked. Hearing the 3 words, break calamity, the smile on Guo Lingshui's face suddenly solidified. What did you say? I don't know. Guo Lingshe pretended to know nothing. The scourge is the kind of thing that turns people into stone sculptures. Although it is said that the scourge only appeared after you left the demon soul star for a while, but that thing came from another heaven, and you are also from another heaven. Chen Shang smiled and said, the scourge has a parent here, you should be the parent of the scourge. Guo Lingshui's face changed. The scourge worm was placed in the demon soul starfield for experimentation, and Ying Kuang had only heard of the scourge worm. After all, that thing was taboo in the 4 heavens. Hearing Chen Shang say this, Shen Zhenyi and Xiangling immediately realized that that kind of bug is called a scourge. Chen Shang had guessed that there was a parent body or something, but now it is very likely that it is on Guo Lingshe. It's good that you are a puppet, but you are not an ordinary puppet. You are a cultivator of an alien evil, and you are still in the realm of an alien evil star. The parent body of the scourge should be very special, and it is very likely that it needs to be parasitized in your alien evil. Inside the star. Chen Shang smiled and looked at Guo Lingshe. Guo Lingshe was expressionless, then closed his eyes, worried that his eyes would reveal too much. However, her silent appearance is obviously a default. If you kill you, it may anger the mother body in your body. Then the girls who are turned into stone sculptures will be affected. Chen Shang said again, so you wish that we killed you? At that time, you are not real. Death, because of your soul, it can be integrated into the soul of the parent body of the scourge. Chen Shang opened his eyes, and although he couldn't see anything, he could sense a very strange energy aura. Because he used the world-defying divine furnace to gather a large number of disaster calamities, the group of calamity disasters huddled together, and the energy aura produced was very similar to that in Guo Lingshui's body. It's just that the energy aura in Guo Lingshui's body is very weak, indicating that he is deliberately hiding it. The parent body of the scourge worm should also be quite strong. Chen Shang smiled and said, Guo Lingshe, is my guess right? Since you know the scourge, then you should know how terrifying this kind of thing is. There are more than 7,000 women who have turned into stone sculptures in the female country of demon souls. The stone sculptures will crack within a certain period of time, as long as one cracks, a catastrophe is coming. Guo Lingshe finally spoke. Not bad. Chen Shang nodded and said, and the power of the catastrophe comes from another heaven. The demon soul star territory has the power of another heaven infiltrating it, and it can lead to a disaster of another heaven. Guo Lingshe said, also, your body has already been parasitized by the scourge, and you will soon become stone sculptures. Quote. Really? Chen Shang laughed and said, I have already eliminated the scourge bug. Impossible. Even the big men of the 4 great aliens, and my master, who have studied the scourge for many years, still can't clear the scourge in a short time. You have only arrived at the demon soul star for a few days, how could you know that? Got it. Guo Lingshe sneered. You deliberately lied to me because you wanted to lie to me. Then is it difficult to restore the stone sculpture to its original state? Chen Shang asked again. It's not a difficult problem, but it's simply impossible. In the other world, no matter who it is, there is no way to restore the stone carving. Guo Lingshe laughed loudly. You want to restore people, it's just whimsical. Quote. Xiangling, please send someone to carry a stone carving here. Chen Shang said. Okay, Xiangling immediately did it. It didn't take long for a stone sculpture to be carried over. Judging from the stone sculpture, it was a petite and exquisite woman with a rather cute appearance. Are you trying to force me to help you restore the stone carving? Impossible, even the parent body of the scourge worm can't do it. Guo Lingshe laughed after seeing the stone carving. You give up. Eat more. All right, because you will soon be turned into stone sculptures. If it wasn't for Chen Zhang's help before, Xiangling and the others would definitely be very scared now. However, Chen Xiang has already helped the women here to clear the scourge from the depths of their souls. Spirit-suppressing magic can resist the scourge, Chen Xiang said. Not bad. Do you know how to control the soul? Guo Lingshe was very surprised. Chen Xiang used the soul-suppressing magic, and saw that his eyes suddenly turned into two black holes, which shocked Guo Lingshe again. How did you cultivate? You are not in Yishan, and without the guidance of a practitioner, it is impossible to cultivate and master the soul-suppressing magic. Moreover, to cultivate the soul-suppressing magic, you also need to have Yishan Taoism. This is still the most basic condition. If you want to fully master the soul-suppressing magic, there are still many difficult conditions. Guo Lingshe exclaimed. Who the **** are you? Are you also an alien? Of course I'm not a foreigner. I really don't think how difficult it is to cultivate the soul-suppressing skill, I learned it right away. Chen Xiang said with a smile, it was taught to me by the uncle who was chasing you before. It's him again. Guo Lingshe still doesn't know who Yingquang is, she snorted coldly, what if you master the soul-suppressing magic? They all don't know the soul-suppressing magic, and your soul-suppressing magic can't make it work. The stone sculpture has changed back. Someone has tried it a long time ago. You don't understand this. Chen Xiang took out a pill, which he had previously refined with the power of the soul-suppressing magic, and then took out another talisman. This talisman is not a very powerful talisman. Its main function is to dissipate the energy of the pill, and then inject it into the depths of the soul from the surface of the stone carving. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4804, Star Master. The most important thing is that kind of pill, because it was made with the power of the soul-suppressing magic, but it was not difficult for Chen Xiang. But to other alchemists, they don't even know what pill it is. There are also very high-level female alchemists in the Demon Soul Girl country, but no matter how much she studies, she can't see how that kind of alchemy is refined. Chen Xiang placed the pill in the groove in the middle of a jade talisman, and it just fit into the pill. The jade talisman is quite thick and placed on top of the stone carving. After Chen Xiang activated the jade talisman, golden runes appeared on the surface of the jade talisman, and the jade talisman also burst into emerald green light at this moment. The pill was golden, and then gradually melted and became smaller, and the energy was injected into the jade talisman. The jade talisman injected the power of the pill into the stone carving and entered the abyss of the woman's soul. The role of the jade talisman is to guide the power of the pill's soul-suppressing magic to operate, to remove the cracking worms inside the soul, and to purify all the petrochemical energy released by the cracking worms inside the body. Everyone watched with wide eyes, even Guo Lingshe looked at it very seriously, because she could see that it had some effect. After being injected by the scourge, the body will turn into a stone-like white jade. Now the white jade on the surface of the body gradually subsides, and snow-white skin appears. In a moment, she turned back into a petite, delicate, fair-skinned and beautiful woman, but she was a little weak. After she gradually woke up, her consciousness recovered. She had been in a deep sleep state before, and she didn't even know that she had become a stone sculpture. Success, Chen Xiang said with a smile. How did you do it? Guo Lingshe was extremely shocked, because Chen Xiang actually did what the four great kings could not do. Guo Lingshe was very sure that Chen Xiang had only just learned about the scourge, but he had just come into contact with it, and he immediately saw everything about the scourge. What does this mean? It means that Chen Xiang has a very terrifying talent. This kind of talent, which he has not discovered by himself, is that he can quickly analyze and understand various laws, and he will naturally understand various energy laws. Have you seen it? Chen Xiang said. So your plan is in vain. Although I don't know what you are going to do with the scourge worm, I won't let you succeed. Chen Xiang will then refine that kind of jade amulet in batches. Fortunately, there are many talisman masters in the Monster Soul Girl country. Chen Xiang taught them to make that kind of jade talisman, and then used several holy soul pill puppets to refine the soul-suppressing magic pill. A total of more than 7,000 grains are needed. As long as the petrified woman is recovered, and then the parent body of the scourge is destroyed, all the scourges wandering on the demon soul star will die. Guo Lingshe really doesn't matter anymore, and now I don't kill her because she still has a mother in her body. If you kill her, the woman who turned into a stone sculpture might die along with it, So Chen Shang and the others have to make sure that all the women who have been turned into a stone sculpture recover, before they can do anything to the mother body of the scourge worm. Chen Shang flew out of the demon soul star and went to Ying Kuang to get the power of the soul-suppressing magic. He condensed a lot of this energy, poured it into the beads and waited for Chen Shang to pick it up. Chen Shang told Ying Kuang about Guo Lingshui's situation. My good fellow, I didn't expect Guo Lingshui to be an alien evil puppet. No wonder she looks like an alien, but she's not quite, and she's an alien star. Ying Kuang patted his thigh and said, I didn't see, old. Ah Ying, what is the alien evil puppet? Chen Shang asked. This kind of thing is exactly the same as a person, and the body also grows from childhood. This kind of thing has independent consciousness, but their consciousness can be sealed by the master at any time, and then the master will control the puppet. Ying Kuang said, it's a clone, but it's not, it's very different from the clone. That Guo Lingshui said before that she copied a memory, floating in the demon soul star territory, to take it from her master. Chen Shang said, I didn't expect that someone would actually inject the mother body of the scourge into the body of the alien evil puppet, and this alien evil puppet is still in the realm of the evil star. Ying Kuang exclaimed, it's too powerful, too powerful. This Guo Lingshui, it's really a puppet that is all in one. If the owner loses this puppet, he will definitely explode. Chen Zhang's eyes flickered. He wanted to get rid of Guo Lingshui before, but after hearing what Ying Kuang said, if Guo Lingshui's consciousness was erased, wouldn't this be his puppet? Of course, this requires great care. Brother, I may be able to control Guo Lingshui's body. Sister Xiaojing said, I can control this puppet and act as my body outside. Is it really possible? Her body started to have the parent body of the scourge. Chen Shang said. The scourge's parent body is conscious and can be erased. Sister Xiaojing said. This is not particularly difficult for me. Okay, let's try it out. Chen Shang immediately returned to the Demon Soul Palace, and then came to the secret room where Guo Lingshui was sealed. Shen Zhenyi didn't leave an inch, and Xiangling and the others stared at Guo Lingshui. As there were more and more such talismans, the number of women recovering gradually increased, and the nation of demon souls was not as nervous as before. Chen Shang, if you kill the mother body, the scourge worm will die, right? Many women in the female country of demon souls are probably parasitized by the scourge worm, and the whole country must be screened again. Shen Zhenyi said. Well, those mother bodies are fine. Chen Shang said. All the little scourges are related to the mother body. In other words, the little scourges are the soul energy split from the mother body. Chen Shang took out the divine mirror of 6 paths and looked at Guo Lingshui's head. He wanted to let Sister Xiaojing investigate Guo Lingshui's soul and see how to take Guo Lingshui away. Chen Shang, what are you doing? Guo Lingshui had a bad premonition. You shouldn't be able to contact your master now, right? Chen Shang smiled and said, you are a perfect puppet. Want me to be your puppet? Go in a dream. Guo Lingshui laughed loudly. When I was created, the master had already considered the possibility of being robbed, so he left many obstacles. It is impossible for you to succeed. Shut up, Xiangling laughed. Before you said that it was impossible to turn a stone sculpture into a human being, but what happened later? You also said that it is difficult to remove the scourge, but they did it easily. Guo Lingshui really shut up, and even started to worry, because Chen Shang is an existence that goes against common sense. After some exploration, Sister Xiaojing is very confident that she will succeed, but for the sake of safety, she still has to wait for all the stone carvings to change before they can start trying to prevent accidents that cause the stone carvings to follow the mother's body. My master won't let you go. Let me tell you one more thing, this demon soul star region is not a demon soul star region at all, but an evil star region. This evil star region is a gift from those big men to my family. Master, Guo Lingshui threatened. If you don't want to die, you'd better start to please me now. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4805, Mirror Puppet. After Chen Shang heard these words, he was very upset. Is there something wrong with your brain? The Demon Soul Star territory belongs to the World Defying universe, not some star evil territory. It's not your master's, Xiangling said. Chen Shang had learned from Ying Kuang before that some big figures in Yishan had mastered the method of turning the star territory into the evil star territory and started to try it. He doesn't know how the Demon Soul Star region was infiltrated, but as Xiangling said, the Demon Soul Star region belongs to the world proud cosmos, not to Yishan. No one can decide the ownership of the Demon Soul Star territory. Your master had better come quickly and see how I deal with him. Chen Shang said. The demon soul star you are in seems to be safe, but it's only a short-term safety. In the evil star realm, there is no safe place at all. When the danger strikes, you will surely die here, and you will not be able to run. Guo Lingshe said again, if you all turn to me and follow me, I can help you get out of danger. You're having a stupid dream. Xiangling pouted, even if I die, I won't follow a ***** like you. Chen Shang continued to use the divine mirror of 6 paths to examine Guo Lingshui's body in depth. Now he wants to find the mother of the scourge. After a careful search, Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing finally locked onto the scourge's parent body, which was hidden in Guo Lingshui's multiple soul seas. After investigation, Chen Shang was also surprised to find that the scourge worm's parent body was also sealed up, and it was still in a state of deep sleep. It seemed that Guo Lingshui's owner was also very afraid of the scourge worm parent body. What are you doing? Guo Lingshe also knew that Chen Shang was deeply investigating her soul sea, but she didn't know what Chen Shang found. I thought you guys fully understood the scourge, but it seems that you don't know much about the scourge. Chen Shang said with a smile, I saw the matrix, which has been sealed. Maybe because of that seal, the matrix has been sleeping. Humph, the scourge is a taboo in the first place. In the 4 different heavens, all the mothers of the scourges have a seal. If you want to break the seal, you have to rely on the larva of the scourge to obtain energy outside, and then transfer it to the mother. Let the mother body break the seal on its own. Guo Lingshe said. So, you can't help that seal? Chen Shang asked. What on earth are you trying to do? Guo Lingshe shouted. Of course I want to take the parent body of the scourge. Chen Shang said. This thing is too terrifying, it must be suppressed. Delusion. The scourge is much stronger than me. Once you break through the barrier and come out, you and I will be finished. After Guo Lingshe finished speaking, she looked at Xiangling and shouted, hurry up and stop this lunatic, he will kill you both. Yes, don't let him mess around. If it weren't for him, we would all turn into stone sculptures. If we don't believe him, do we believe in you, the ***** who is going to kill us? Xiangling laughed and said, Guo Lingshe, shut up. Chen Shang studied here for several days, so that Sister Xiaojing was thoroughly familiar with Guo Lingshui's body and everything about her. At the same time, he also refined a lot of soul-suppressing magic pills. 8 days have passed, and the women who have been turned into stone sculptures in the entire demon soul female country have now fully recovered. Chen Shang also immediately started with little Sister Xiaojing. Xiangling and Shen Junyi, as well as the powerful women in the demon girl country, were all guarding the outside of the secret room, allowing Chen Shang to proceed with peace of mind inside. Chen Shang first asked Sister Xiaojing to use a very gentle soul attack to paralyze Guo Lingshui's soul, so that Guo Lingshui's soul would fall into a deep sleep. You want to erase my consciousness? Guo Lingshe suddenly thought of something. Chen Shang most likely took a fancy to her puppet body and wanted to ***** this body. Yishan Xie puppet, another Xie cultivation base, and there is also a parental parasite of the cracking worm. You are such a good body, I can't bear to destroy it. Chen Shang laughed. Guo Lingshe, you can go in peace. I will take good care of this body. You devil, Guo Lingshe roared, my master will not let you go. I won't let him go. Chen Shang said with a smile, it's about to start. You have a good night's sleep. Guo Lingshui's angry scolding gradually became smaller. Her soul was gradually paralyzed by little Sister Xiaojing, and finally fell into a deep sleep. Sister Xiaojing first wiped Guo Lingshui's consciousness, and then peeled off Guo Lingshui's soul sea layer by layer to find the mother of the scourge. Next, Sister Xiaojing carefully paralyzed the soul of the scourge worm's parent body, erased the consciousness of the soul, and controlled the scourge worm's parent body, recalling all the little scourge worms in the demon soul star. After Chen Shang opened his eyes, he could see a large number of red silk-like scourges coming from all directions and entering Guo Lingshui's soul sea. Brother, I can completely control the scourge now, but I'm still worried. Sister Xiaojing said, the mother of the scourge looks like a thread. I think it can be refined into the tenderness of the vermilion bird. Among the silk, Suzaku tenderness silk should have the ability to petrify. Then will there still be a scourge? Chen Shang said, it's not good for the scourge to spread out. Don't worry, there won't be. The reason why the scourge worm can release petrochemical energy mainly relies on the fusion of the 2 energies secreted by the soul. Sister Xiaojing said, The mother body of the scourge worm is refined into the magic weapon. It no longer has the ability to reproduce, and it is even dead. You just need to regard the parent body of the scourge as a refining material. That's good. Chen Xiang was relieved a lot. You need to use the world-defying divine furnace to refine it. Sister Xiaojing said, leave everything to me. The mother body of the scourge worm was taken out. It was not very big. It was only the size of a baby's fist. Sister Xiaojing also injected part of her consciousness into Guo Lingshui's body, so she could control Guo Lingshui and make Guo Lingshui her body. Brother. Guo Lingshui suddenly opened his eyes and smiled at Chen Xiang. Chen Xiang only felt that it was very scary. Sister Xiaojing was in the Six Paths Divine Mirror, but a very cute little girl suddenly turned into Guo Lingshui, which made him very uncomfortable. Although Guo Lingshui was beautiful, Chen Xiang couldn't get used to it for a while. It's alright, I'm controlling it very well. And Guo Lingshui's consciousness has been completely erased. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. Brother, I plan to let this evil star body transform into the way of fate. Can this work? Chen Xiang was stunned. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, at most we will destroy this alien evil puppet, and we don't have much to lose. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. You can figure it out yourself. Girl Jing, you still have to be more careful. After all, this thing comes from another heaven, it's very evil. Chen Xiang said. Don't worry. Sister Xiaojing patted her chest and smiled. Brother, I promise to make this body stronger and help you when it's critical. From now on, this body will be a mirror puppet. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4806, Lost Consciousness. Chen Xiang could also create a puppet body himself, but Sister Xiaojing never mentioned to Chen Xiang that she wanted a body to move outside. Now that she has this kind of thought after seeing Guo Lingshui's puppet body, it shows that she is really satisfied with this body. Girl Jing, you should be able to change the face of this puppet's body, right? Chen Xiang curled his lips and said, to be honest, when I look at this face, I feel a little disgusted. No problem, but well, it takes a little time. Sister Xiaojing said. She went directly to the Six Paths Divine Mirror. Chen Zhang's harvest this time can be said to be huge, but he doesn't know it himself. Because even in the 4 different heavens, the parent body of the scourge worm is very rare, and even the parent body of the scourge worm that is sealed and half dead will be scrambled by many people. Those who want to obtain the parent body of the scourge worm do not use the scourge worm to harm others, but, like Sister Xiaojing, use the parent body of the scourge worm to refine the magic weapon. The parent body of the scourge has a strong talent ability. If it can be smoothly integrated into the magic weapon, that magic weapon will have the same talent ability. Because among the 4 great heavens, someone has succeeded, but because his magic weapon is too powerful, he has the terrifying innate power of the scourge, so that person has been hunted down for many years, and the magic weapon in his hand has also been attacked. Damage. Chen Zhang's vermilion bird tenderness, if successfully merged with the mother body of the scourge worm, it will become very terrifying. Even Chen Xiang and Sister Xiaojing can't predict what will happen. The hidden dangers left by the parent body of the scourge worm have been completely eliminated by Chen Xiang, and the demon soul star is now safe. Shen Zhenyi immediately ordered to send more forces to capture Yishenren, block the entire demon soul Tianyu, and search for the stars around the demon soul star. In the palace of the demon girl kingdom, Chen Xianghe came to Shen Zhenyi's room, and it seemed that it was the first time that he was brought to her room by Shen Zhenyi. As soon as he entered, Shen Zhenyi couldn't help throwing him on the bed and kissing him. The crisis of the demon soul girl country was relieved by Chen Xiang, and Shen Zhenyi was overwhelmed by the pressure for many days. Now that she relaxes, she also wants to release the pressure of the past few days. Zhenyi, don't do this. Chen Xiang struggled, and secretly sent a voice transmission to Shen Zhenyi. Little villain, don't act like a little sheep, I know who you are. Shen Zhenyi chuckled lightly, then licked her lips, and looked at Chen Xiang with a wink. Female hooligan, Chen Xiang scolded in a low voice, and he could only let Shen Zhenyi, the queen of demon souls, be at the mercy of her. Come and try the stunt of our demon soul girl country, this is something we have just mastered, you are the only one who can let us use this trick. Shen Zhenyi whispered in Chen Zhang's ear. Chen Xiang looked into Shen Zhenyi's eyes, and felt that the world was spinning, and his consciousness was fascinated, as if he had fallen into a very dreamy dream. I don't know how long it took, Chen Xiang woke up from the panic. Because after he was conscious, he realized that his spirit was out of his control for a while. He was in a very dangerous state last night, that is, he was so relaxed that he was intoxicated, as if the whole person was in a state of fascination. The last time he fell into this state, it was because he entered Fang Qing's lost soul. But this time, it was different from lost soul illusion. When he was in lost soul illusion, he knew that it was an illusion, but he couldn't resist. And last night, his consciousness was directly broken, but he was confused and lost. What Chen Shang was most afraid of was falling into a state that he couldn't control. It was very dangerous. So when he wakes up now, he will be very scared. He gasped for breath, and immediately released his consciousness. What's wrong? Didn't you rest last night? A woman's voice suddenly came from beside her. When Chen Shang heard this voice, he was so frightened that he let out a strange cry. Shangling, why are you? Chen Shang looked at the graceful jade-white beauty sleeping beside him, but it was like he had seen a ghost, and exclaimed, "Where's Jenny?" She got up early. Shangling stretched her waist, slowly sat up, and then smiled tenderly. Shen Lang, do you think last night was weird now? What happened to us? Chen Shang frowned. He didn't remember it at all. He only remembered that Shen Zhenyi said in his ear that there was a stunt in the demon soul woman. Nothing happened to us. Shangling got out of bed with a smile and got dressed. Chen Shang looked at her beautiful and fair back, and couldn't believe that nothing happened to them. What happened last night? Chen Shang touched his head, and then secretly asked Sister Xiaojing. Brother, you were in a very strange state last night. In short, their bed is a formation. After you go in, the formation will be activated, and I can't detect it. Sister Xiaojing said. But don't worry, they don't. What will it do to you? Wait, is it just Shangling and Zhenyi? Chen Shang kept recalling, and always felt that things were not that simple. I don't know, there may be other women, said Sister Xiaojing. Chen Zhang's head suddenly became big. There is actually another woman. Shen Lang, what are you thinking about? Shangling came over. Chen Shang looked at this mature, beautiful, and extremely charming woman, and found that she was actually a little girly and shy now, and she was a little playful. He just thought that she was a very complicated woman. I'm reflecting on myself, I'm too slack. Chen Shang pouted. Do you despise me? Shangling snorted. Shangling, can you tell me what you did to me last night? Chen Shang asked seriously. It's nothing, it's just asleep. It's uncomfortable to wear clothes to sleep, so I take it off, and nothing happened to us. Shangling said with a smile. The Queen's sister can testify. Chen Shang opened his eyes and saw at a glance that Shangling was lying. Why did you suddenly call me Chen Lang? Don't you always call me brother-in-law? Chen Shang pouted. I call you whatever I like to call you. Shangling smiled sweetly and said, don't think so much, but if you want to do something with me, I won't refuse. Saying that, she opened the robe she just put on. Chen Shang rolled his eyes and said, I want to see Zhenyi, I want to talk to her. She's in seclusion. All the affairs of the demon soul girl country will be handled by my national teacher. Shangling touched Chen Zhang's handsome face, and said with a smile, she also handed you over to me. What do you have? You can talk to me about important things. I might be able to make the demon soul girl country leave this demon soul star territory. Chen Shang said. Really? Shangling said happily. Tell me, what is the solution? It may not be successful. Chen Shang thought for a while, then shook his head. In the current situation of the demon soul star region, I can't guarantee success. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work, we are used to staying here anyway. If you can't bring us back, go out first. Shangling said. I believe that you will become stronger in the future, and you will definitely be able to bring us back. We took it out. Chen Shang nodded and said, I'm going to meet my friend. Okay, I'll help you get dressed. Shangling smiled lightly, then picked up the clothes to help Chen Shang put it on, and served him very gently, which made Chen Shang somewhat moved. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4807, Time Monk. Chen Shang just wanted to figure out what happened last night, then he looked at the bed and found that it was indeed a formation, and it was very strange. He used his divine sense to investigate secretly, and quietly memorized a few sets of runes. He also found that Shangling didn't seem to want him to stay in this room alone. Just take him out of the room. Chen Shang could only agree. After walking out of the room, Shangling, like a virtuous wife, helped him organize his clothes, and even kissed him on the face. Go see your friend. Shangling smiled softly, and then said, Shen Lang, will you forget me? Although we have known each other for a while, I will never forget you. Xiangling, what are you talking about? Chen Xiang pouted, then squeezed her cheek and walked out of the palace. Chen Xiang flew to the heights of the Demon Soul Star, and after flying out of the barrier, he found Ying Kuang. Young master, over there, Demon Soul Tianyu killed a lot of aliens some time ago. Besides, it seems that all the troops of the Sky Patrol have retreated. Ying Kuang said. Ah, Chen Xiang said in surprise, have all the Sky Survey Army returned to the Demon Soul Star? Yeah, I saw a lot of Sky Survey troops flying back. Ying Kuang nodded. Wait, you mean some time ago, we haven't seen each other for a few days? Chen Xiang asked. It's been a month, Ying Kuang said. Chen Xiang was stunned, he thought it was just one night, but he didn't expect this confusion, it would be a month. In other words, he stayed on that bed with the formation for a month. Young master, what's the matter? Ying Kuang hurriedly asked when he saw Chen Zhang's reaction. Chen Xiang did not answer, but went to ask Sister Xiaojing. Sister Xiaojing didn't feel that the past month was just one day. Chen Xiang immediately concluded that he was once in a very strange realm. Within that realm, he spent a month, while little Sister Xiaojing was excluded from the outside. In other words, it is very likely that it was that domain that sealed off other things in Chen Zhang's body and soul, so that they were in a different time domain, so that they were only one day in the past. This is the first time Chen Xiang has encountered such a situation, and even Sister Xiaojing can't figure out what's going on, and is inexplicably confined to time. Ah Ying, I have experienced very strange things, you help me analyze and see what's going on. Chen Xiang briefly described the experience of that night. Maybe he is a fan of his own authority, and there is no way to judge what is going on. Ying Kuang can be regarded as a deep kick, he may be able to see some clues. Master, it seems that those women are not simple. The bed you mentioned is most likely from another heaven. After Ying Kuang heard it, his face changed. Chen Xiang immediately drew a few sets of runes that he remembered, and then showed it to Ying Kuang. As expected, Ying Kuang said, they have something from another heaven. This bed is from another heaven, I didn't expect, this branch of another heaven still exists, and I don't know how they got in touch with these guys. Quote. What branch? Chen Xiang felt strange. The branch of Yishan is a very special existence. They are called time cultivators. This group of people specializes in reversing time, traveling to the past, or traveling to the future. Ying Kuang said. The one that the women got the bed, obviously, belongs to the time cultivator. Then, what did they do to me? Chen Xiang hurriedly asked. They should be looking at your future. Another possibility is that they bought more time. You may have been lying on that bed for several years. Ying Kuang said, how do you feel about yourself? For example, the feeling of cultivation. No improvement, no decline. Thinking back, Chen Xiang only felt that he was trapped in an endless dream, which indeed lasted for a long time, but he thought it was normal for him to be in a dream. Cough cough. Ying Kuang coughed dryly and said, anyway, that queen treats you very well, I can see it. Ying, what do you want to say? Chen Xiang pouted. Let's put it this way. You've been lying on that bed for a long time. Although I've been waiting for you outside for a month, you'll definitely spend more time in bed. Ying Kuang said. Also, Chen Xiang always felt strange. Suddenly, the huge Demon Soul Star suddenly spun rapidly, and then the space around the Demon Soul Star began to fluctuate. What's wrong? Chen Xiang felt that something was wrong with Monster Soul Star, and suddenly shouted in surprise. The Demon Soul Star is going to Yishan. Ying Kuang frowned and said, what's going on? There is a force that opened the space channel to send the Monster Soul Star to Yishan. I'm going too. Chen Xiang rushed over immediately, Ying Kuang also followed. However, just after they flew over, the space around the Demon Soul Star suddenly fluctuated violently, and they were all blown away. In the blink of an eye, the Demon Soul Star disappeared. What's the matter? Chen Xiang was shocked. He suddenly remembered that Xiangling asked him before if he would forget her in the future. Could it be that Xiangling knew that Yao Hingxing had left at that time? In other words, Shen Zhenyi and the others got in touch with the cultivator in Yishan very early. Ah Ying, is it possible that the time cultivator did this? Chen Xiang asked. It's possible. The time cultivators are very mysterious. Maybe they are trying to fix things in the normal timeline, so they help the Demon Soul Star go to Yishan. Ying Kuang said. What did the women of the Demon Soul Girl country do to me? Chen Xiang was still very puzzled, and said, they seem to have done something to me before they went to Yishan. Young master, that queen may be using that bed to see your future, or the future you may create. After all, you are the one who created the world-defying universe, and your body is also different. Ying Kuang coughed dryly. After a few voices, he said, so, you must give up your emotions and desires. You won't be exploited. What the hell? Looking at my future, do I need this? Chen Zhang's head suddenly became big, and he just wanted to grab Shen Junyi and squeeze her face, asking her what she did. I guessed it. Ying Kuang shook his head and said, in short, you are fine now. At this time, Sister Xiaojing said to Chen Shang, brother, maybe they want children. Don't talk nonsense. Chen Shang hurriedly said to Sister Xiaojing, impossible. The way the female country of demon souls reproduce is very special, they can reproduce themselves. But the women they reproduced were all conceived through some kind of fetal well. They haven't given birth to themselves. Sister Xiaojing said again, so. Don't say it, it's impossible. Chen Shang couldn't accept this kind of thing. Don't mention it again in the future, just pretend it never happened. Seeing Chen Zhang's appearance, Ying Kuang said again, young master, you should learn from me, be a ruthless person and abandon all the 7 emotions and 6 desires. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4808, Extraordinary Calculation. Chen Shang looked at the place where the demon soul star disappeared, and fell into a trance of contemplation, while the surrounding moons lost the mother star of the demon soul star, and flew out aimlessly. Brother, don't think too much. No matter what, Junyi is your woman and she won't hurt you. Sister Xiaojing said. Maybe she is inconvenient to tell you something directly, or she is worried about saying it. I was afraid that you didn't understand, so I did it quietly. No, I have to figure out what they did to me. Chen Shang planned to leave this demon soul starfield quickly, and then went out to ask Han Jingxuan. Han Jingxuan is Shen Junyi's sister. Han Jingxuan might know something. Brother, there was a space fluctuation just now. Sister Xiaojing said suddenly. After the demon soul star left, the space has been torn apart and has not recovered, please contact your father. Chen Shang immediately contacted Shen Tianyu. Xiaoshang, I'm fine now. Our Shen family was inexplicably swallowed up by a big star, and then we went in and entered the inside of that star. This place is so good. I didn't expect that these stars would also cultivate, and they still know better than us. Shen Tianyu laughed. Dad, what's going on? Tell me, Chen Shang hurriedly asked. Shen Tianyu simply said that they met a living star. This star cultivated its own consciousness, and was able to communicate with Shen Tianyu and the others, and also hoped that Shen Tianyu could stay inside the star. The power of the stars is very powerful, and they are floating in the demon soul star field. They have also encountered those time-space nightmares, and encountered many terrifying things, but this star has never been invaded. Shen Tianyu originally planned to ask Chen Shang to come and take a look, but the location of the star was too far away from Chen Shang, and it was moving very fast. It would take a long time for Chen Shang to find that star. In the end, Shen Tianyu could only tell Chen Shang to stay away for the time being, and tell him to find a way to leave the demon soul star territory. Because that star had told Shen Tianyu that the demon soul star territory would change drastically. Chen Shang looked at the place where the demon soul star disappeared. The spatial fluctuations still remained, just like Sister Xiaojing said before. Even if the cracks that appeared were repaired, they would still be very weak. It can be said that now is the best time for Chen Shang to leave. After Chen Shang and Shen Tianyu said goodbye, let Sister Xiaojing do her best to use the power of Space Yuanju to contact Shen Yuanxin. After Shen Yuanxin heard Chen Zhang's call, he immediately cooperated with Chen Shang and opened a passage from the second dimension of the world-defying universe. Chen Shang and Ying Kuang, who were on the divine mirror of 6 paths, were moved away in the blink of an eye, entered the second-level space of the world-defying universe, and then sent to the first-level space. This is it, we have left the Xie realm. Ying Kuang couldn't believe it. Can we really escape the Xie realm? There are many mysteries in the formation of the evil star realm, and the evil star realm has been rewarded to others. Chen Shang sighed. In short, the demon soul star realm is no longer there, it has now become the evil star realm, and it is still in the world-defying universe. This is a hidden danger that must be eliminated. Ying Kuang looked around, closed his eyes, felt the energy of the world-defining universe, and said, Young master, there are many origins of creation here. Your world-arrogant universe is really amazing, attracting a lot of origins of creation. Quote. Why is this happening? Chen Shang frowned and said. Yishan should be able to connect to multiple universes. Why would they focus on the world-defying universe? What can they get from the world-defying universe? The way of the world-defying universe. They may plan to use the world-defining universe to create a more powerful fate. Ying Kuang frowned and said, a large number of ancestral origins of creation have entered the world-defining universe to help more world-defying universes. If they catch those people and get a lot of fate, maybe they can cultivate a powerful fate. That is to say, if the creatures of the world-defying universe do not have the strength to fight against them, they will only become their cultivation resources in the end. Chen Shang said. Yes, the four great heavens are also betting. They think that after injecting a large amount of ancestral origins into the world-defying universe, even if many people with fate are born, the four great heavens will be able to control the situation in the end, and will not be defeated by the world-defying universe. Drain. And in the end, because the creatures of the world-defying universe can cultivate their fate, they are regarded as the tools for nurturing the fate of the four great heavens. The creatures of the world-arrogant universe will become the fat pigs they raise. And the four great heavens will eventually become stronger. Having said that, Ying Kuang clenched his fists tightly. He was very worried that the four great Yishans would succeed in the end, because the current Aoshi universe was too weak. At the beginning of the four great heavens, they were full of worries about the world-defying universe. But when they thought about it carefully, it was also beneficial to them, as long as they could control it. Chen Shang sneered. These guys, as long as they find it beneficial point, even if they know that there is a great risk, they will do everything for the sake of profit. They really have a high chance of succeeding, said Ying Kuang. That's why they underestimated me, Chen Shang said. What if they take you? Ying Kuang said again. The four great heavens can use the evil gods to deal with you. Isn't there you now? You are the ancient evil god. Those little trash are not your opponents at all, are they? Chen Shang smiled and said. The four great heavens really underestimated Chen Shang, and even more underestimated the cosmic heart of the world-defying universe. Shen Yuanxin has cultivated the second-level dimension, and he can cultivate the third-level dimension in the future. If he really can't control the first-level dimension, then just let the first-level dimension collapse and destroy the world, and then everything will start from the second-level dimension. After returning to the world-defying universe, Chen Shang immediately contacted Guan Yiyu. Auntie, what's the current situation in the world-defying universe? I came out of the Demon Soul Star territory. Chen Shang first briefly talked about Shen Tianyu's situation. The Shen family is not in any danger inside, and it's just that they can't come out for the time being. Guan Yiyu also knew that Chen Shang had entered the Demon Soul Star territory. She was not very worried at first, but later she became very worried when she learned from Wan Zhoushan what the Demon Soul Star territory was. Now that I know that Chen Shang has come out, I am also ecstatic. Shaoshang, the power of Wanzhou Mountain in the world-defying universe is at its peak, and the Fate Soul Palace and the Sixth Soul Palace have also received strong support from Yishan. Now these three forces are the three major overlords in the world-defying universe. Guan Yiyu said. It hasn't been long since I entered the Demon Soul Star territory. The changes are too fast. Chen Shang was surprised. He was now riding the Six Paths Divine Mirror, rushing to the Tianquan Star territory. It didn't take long for you to go in, but Yishan's power is too strong, help them improve their strength quickly. Guan Yiyu said. Our Gun clan and Kun clan are now transforming the entire Tianquan Star field, and we need to use Tianquan Star. Defend against the energy of the domain. By the way, have you been in contact with the world-defying temple and the 100 Flowers Temple? Chen Shang asked. Chen Shang intends to integrate the world-defying temple, the 100 Flowers Temple, the Gun clan and the Kun clan to fight against those three overlords. World-defying Dan God Chapter 4809, Star Crisis. The Temple of 100 Flowers and the Temple of World-Defying have been sealed. Guan Yiyu said. Wan Zhoushan used the most powerful power, and it should have used the power of Yishan to seal the Temple of 100 Flowers and the Temple of World-Defying respectively in the two star domains. Wan Zhoushan was also severely damaged because of this, so he didn't come to our Tianquan Star territory for the time being. The 100 Flowers Temple and the World-Defying Temple were actually sealed. Fortunately, they were all sealed inside the Star territory, which meant that they were still very free in the Star territory. I will help them, it's just sealed in those star fields. Chen Shang said. It's not difficult to help them out of trouble. Shaoshang, you are wrong. The 4 alien heavens have mastered an ability that can transform the star field of our world-defying universe into what kind of evil star field? Fierce creatures appear. Guan Yiyu sighed. The star domain where the 2 temples are located is now in the process of becoming a star evil domain, and it is difficult to stop it. Xiaoshang, I'm sorry, I really can't do anything. I can't help them. Guan Yiyu was also very guilty about this. She also knew that there were important friends of Chen Shang in the 100 Flowers Temple and the World-Defying Temple. Chen Shang was shocked when he heard this news. Auntie, I won't go back to the Tianquan Star region. Chen Shang said. I'll go to the outside of the star region where they are. Okay, you have to be careful. Guan Yiyu urged. During this period of time, because you are not in the world-defying universe, the Hall of Fate Soul, 6 Soul Palace, and Wanzhou Mountain are relatively quiet, and they also need time to grow. I learned that they are studying how to transform the way of life. I will make them pay a painful price sooner or later. Chen Shang said. I must destroy them. Chen Shang roughly knew the orientation of the 2 star fields from Guan Yiyu's mouth, and then immediately jumped in space through the 6 Paths Divine Mirror. The star field where the 100 Flowers Temple is located looks like a purple vortex from a distance, but the center of this vortex emits a strong white-purple light. Evil Star Realm, Ying Kuang said solemnly. Ying Kuang was always on the Divine Mirror of 6 Paths. Chen Shang used a communication talisman to talk to Guan Yiyu. Although Ying Kuang couldn't hear what they were saying, he could see that Chen Shang was in a heavy heart. Master, what's the matter? Ying Kuang asked. Although he didn't need to pretend to be Chen Zhang's entourage now, he was used to calling Chen Shang the son. Yishan has mastered the method of creating the evil star domain, and they created 2 more. Chen Shang said. The one in front is gradually becoming the evil star domain. Do you think we should go in and take a look? I was able to come out before because there was a time cultivator. If we go in this time and don't meet a time cultivator, then it will be difficult for us to come out. Ying Kuang said. I think you need to stay in the world-defining universe and stop the 4 great differences. The expansion of the sky. Just because you entered the Demon Soul Star territory before, it didn't take a while, and then this situation happened. This is indeed the case. If Chen Shang had been here during this time, the world-defying universe and 100 Flowers Temple might not have been sealed in the star territory, and those 2 star territories would not have become the evil star territory. Chen Shang immediately contacted Shen Yuanxin. Little Yuanxin, the world-defying universe appears in the evil star realm. What's going on? Can you feel it? Chen Shang asked. Dad, I can feel it, but I can't do anything. Because the opponent's power is very strong, and it's an energy that I can't understand at all. Shen Yuanxin responded. If there are more and more things like this in the future, I can only destroy it. Lost a lot of space. A star field is too huge, but Chen Shang still wants to try to prevent the star field from turning into an evil star field. If you can't stop it, then in the end, you can really only destroy the first layer of space, as Shen Yuanxin said. Chen Shang didn't want such a thing to happen. Little Yuanxin, I need your help. Chen Shang said. I want to try it out. If I can stop it, I have to try. Okay Daddy, I will do my best to help you. Shen Yuanxin is just the universe Yuanxin. She can do some things, but Chen Shang can't. And there are some things that Chen Shang can do, but she can't. For example, Shen Yuanxin couldn't do the creation of cultivation rules. And now even Shen Yuanxin is starting to cultivate the universe's fate. After Chen Shang approached that star field, he asked Sister Xiao Jing, Girl Jing, I need the 6 Paths Divine Mirror to be large enough to cover a star field. Can this be done? Of course, Sister Xiao Jing said. The 6 Paths Divine Mirror could have grown so big a long time ago. To be honest, although I don't know how big the 6 Paths Divine Mirror can be at the limit, it needs to cover a star field. It's not a problem. That's great, let's start now. Chen Shang said. After it gets bigger, release the world-defying universe map. With the power of the entire world-defining universe, tear up that star field. This is a bit difficult, and it will take time to get that big. Sister Xiao Jing said. In the process of getting bigger, there will be a lot of movement, and those guys will come over and make trouble. This is indeed a problem. Chen Shang thought for a while, then contacted Shen Yuanxin and asked, Xiao Yuanxin, can you open up a space in the 2nd dimension, and then transfer the star field to the 2nd dimension? If there is something wrong, it can also close up that star field. Yes, Shen Yuanxin said, it's not difficult. Can we start now? Well, start now, Chen Shang said. Shen Yuanxin immediately began to proceed, only to see space fluctuations suddenly appear around the incomparably vast star field in front of him, and then gradually disappeared. Xiao Yuanxin, I was careless, the current movement is too big, maybe it will expose the second dimension of the world-defying universe. Chen Shang frowned, regretting letting Shen Yuanxin participate. Dad, it's okay, the space fluctuations just now didn't spread, and I controlled it. Don't forget that I am the cosmic soul of the world-defying universe. Shen Yuanxin laughed. World-defying Dan God Chapter 4810, Shifting Star Array. Chen Shang found that he still underestimated Shen Yuanxin's ability. Not only was he able to quickly transfer a star field to the second dimension, but he also didn't make too much noise. Dad, I'll move the other first star field in now, Shen Yuanxin said. Okay. Chen Shang released the divine mirror of 6 paths, ready to start. Shen Yuanxin quickly moved in another star field. The Temple of the World and the Temple of 100 Flowers were sealed in 2 different star fields. These star fields are very huge, but after entering the double space of the world, they only occupy a small part of the space. The star territory where the world-defying temple is located seems to be transforming into the evil star territory at a faster rate. Sister Xiaojing said, I feel that the evil energy there is heavier. Then give it a try at the world-defying temple first, Chen Shang said. The divine mirror of 6 paths flew over, and then ran the world-defying cosmos map, and it gradually became larger. In order to completely cover that star field, it will take a while for the 6 paths divine mirror to reach that scale. Fortunately, there is enough energy here, which can be delivered to the 6 paths divine mirror for absorption. The divine mirror of 6 paths kept getting bigger and faster. It was much faster than Chen Shang expected. In just a few days, it was so big that it completely covered that star field. After covering the entire star field, the 6 paths divine mirror suddenly vibrated, creating a strong wave. The power of the world-defying universe has been injected into it. Even Chen Shang was in severe pain from the shock wave just now. If his body wasn't strong enough, he would have been torn apart long ago. Fortunately, it was also carried out in the second-level space of the world-defying universe. If it was carried out in the first-level space, the movement must be very huge, and that kind of fluctuation can convey most of the world-leading universe. Right now, the 6 paths divine mirror is in progress, and Xiao Yuanxin is also busy, so I can't interfere. Chen Shang took advantage of the time now, and then began to cultivate. He must quickly become stronger, otherwise he would not be able to fight Wan Zhoushan at all. The Lord of the Universe and the ancestral source of creation inside are both very powerful. Furthermore, there are many ancestral origins in the Aoshi universe, and those ancestral origins are all old foxes. Although they cannot be directly transformed into human beings to fight, the people they cultivate are all very powerful. Chen Shang directly suspended in the void, ate the Yishan pill and the various pills that he had been refining with the Holy Soul Puppet for many days, and began to cultivate his fate. During the cultivation, Chen Shang could not feel the passage of time, but he could feel the improvement of his strength. Unconsciously, he suddenly heard the voice of Xiaojing's sister. Brother, I'll stop now, said Sister Xiaojing. What's wrong? Has it been successful? Chen Shang asked. It didn't work, but it's not a complete failure. Sister Xiaojing said. I successfully prevented those 2 star regions from turning into the evil star region, but I couldn't break the seal. The evil star region itself is a very powerful curse seal. I don't know yet. Ah, Chen Shang didn't understand this either. After all, the Xie domain was originally a very evil sect. Brother, the star territory didn't turn into the evil star territory, mainly because in the second dimension, the connection with the alien world was cut off. What I did before was to absorb and refine the evil power that enveloped the star territory. Xiaojing the younger sister said again. That is to say, the 2 star fields are all right now, and there should be no dangerous things in the star evil field. If that's the case, then it's a very good result. Chen Shang said. As long as they don't become star evil domain, then they are temporarily safe, but they can't break the seal. Dad, leave the seal to me. Anyway, these 2 star fields are temporarily placed here. I will spend a little more time thinking about it, and I should be able to break the seal. Shen Yuanxin smiled. I didn't expect that we successfully stopped the star field. Turning into the evil star realm, that's great. Little Yuanxin, you should be able to perceive the situation in the various star regions of the world-defying universe, right? If anyone wants to become an evil star region, you should contact me immediately, and then we will join forces to block the evil transformation of the star region. Chen Shang said. Good dad. Shen Yuanxin laughed. She is also relieved a lot now, and she was quite worried that all the star domains in the world-defying universe will gradually become the evil star domains. And now, Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing have solved her worries. After the divine mirror of 6 paths became smaller, he returned to Chen Zhang's side. Chen Shang and the divine mirror of 6 paths were also sent out of the world-defying universe's double dimension. After he came to the first layer of space, he immediately contacted Guan Yiyu to inquire about the situation of Tianquan Star territory. Guan Yiyu said that nothing happened recently in Tianquan Star region. Shen Yuanxin is not in seclusion now, and Chen Shang is also taking advantage of her to help take care of the Tianquan starfield, help transform the Tianquan starfield, and use a large number of stars to build a defensive formation to ensure that the Tianquan starfield will not be easily breached. Sister Xiaojing is very experienced in these big formations. In her world-defying universe map, there are a large number of stars or star fields recorded. Then she adjusts the star positions of the stars to form various constellations, and then forms a big formation. When she has something to do, she will use a lot of stars to calculate inside the 6 paths divine mirror, so she is also a master of formation. Shen Yuanxin called Sister Xiaojing Aunt Jing, so she communicated directly with Sister Xiaojing. Sister Xiaojing uses star positions to form a large array, and she only performs calculations in the 6 paths divine mirror. She has not tried it in reality, because it requires moving a lot of stars, and the quality requirements of stars are also extremely high. It is rare to have such a condition in ordinary times, and if it is messed up, it will cause the stars in the entire star field to run out of balance, causing a large number of star chain collisions or something. But now Shen Yuanxin is helping to control and maintain the stability of the star field, so little Sister Xiaojing is not worried. Chen Shang looked at the divine mirror of 6 paths. The mirror surface showed the entire Tianquan star region. The countless huge stars in the star region were all light spots. Now these light spots are moving fast, and they can even jump in space. At this time, Shen Yuanxin was like playing chess, controlling the stars to walk around, and placing the stars according to the position given by Sister Xiaojing. It is the power that dominates the entire star field. Although Chen Shang didn't do it himself, he knew that if he needed it, he could let Shen Yuanxin do it. He never knew before that the universe Yuanxin still has this kind of power. Chen Shang now understands that neither he nor Shen Yuanxin fully understand how to run a universe, they are all in the process of learning and groping. If this is successful, wouldn't it be possible to change a large number of star territories, and then prevent the star territory from being invaded by alien forces, and it will not become a star evil territory? Chen Shang suddenly thought of this. We can't sit still, we also have to start the defense and counterattack. I never thought it would be like this before. Under the guidance of Aunt Jing, it is indeed possible to make multiple star regions have the power to defend themselves. Shen Yuanxin said with a smile, Aunt Jing is too powerful. The main thing is that your father is amazing. He made me and the 6 paths divine mirror grow up. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. I have also grown stronger under the influence of my father. Shen Yuanxin laughed. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4811, Cthulhu. Chen Shang practiced in the 2nd layer space before, and condensed another fate. He now has a total of 4 fates. He is contacting Guan Yiyu and telling her that he is helping Tianquan Starfield transform the defense formation. Guan Yiyu was very happy when she found out. If they had to rely on themselves, I don't know how long it would take to complete this vast array of stars. Auntie, do you have a ghost in the Hall of Fate Soul and 6 souls? Chen Shang contacted Guan Yiyu with a communication talisman, and asked, I wonder if they have switched to fate cultivation now. I heard that there is, but there is no conclusive evidence to prove it. Guan Yiyu said, Auntie, I have now cultivated 2 fates, and Elder Siquan has guided me in many aspects of cultivation. With the help of Chen Shang, Grandma Siquan has completely changed her lifestyle. Now she has completely got rid of Wanzhou Mountain and her ancestral origin. Now she is also doing her best to help more people transform into the fate qualification. She is now considered a world-defying person. As the one who cultivated the fate qualification earlier, she is also very experienced in this regard. Auntie, I won't go to the Tianquan Star region for now. Wan Zhoushan is watching me very closely. Chen Shang said, I have to find a chance to explore their bottom. Chen Shang was very confident in his concealment method, but he also knew that Wanzhou Mountain was not a vegetarian. And he is still carrying Ying Kuang. Maybe Wanzhou Mountain can also grasp the whereabouts of Ying Kuang. Ying Kuang has not been idle during this period of time. From time to time, he will enter the Six Paths Divine Mirror to practice. He is now in the Six Paths Divine Mirror. Xiaoshang, you must be careful outside. If there is any information on the Hall of Fate Soul and Six Soul Palace, I will contact you immediately. Guan Yiyu said. Okay. Chen Shang put away the communication talisman, and then let Ying Kuang come out from the Divine Mirror of Six Paths. Ah Ying, I want to find that alien heavenly evil god. Chen Shang said. Whether it is alien heaven or world-proud cosmos, things are changing rapidly now. I want to find that guy to find out about the situation of the four great alien heavens. Ying Kuang also knew that he knew about Yishan. It was still many years ago. Today, the four major Yishans have already been able to create the star evil domain, and they have also brought out such things as the scourge. Okay, that guy shouldn't be as strong as me. Ying Kuang said, if he has ambitions, maybe he will change his lifestyle too. With the help of Chen Shang, it would be easier to transfer to the way of life, and it would be possible to transfer without his help, but the requirements were very high in all aspects, especially in terms of comprehension. In the world-defying universe, the powerful group of people, or some ghost talents, have already begun to study the way of fate. The Tianquan star region is shifting from star to star, and in just 10 days, the entire array has been arranged. Chen Shang can also rest assured now, and then go to the Six Soul Palace. The alien heretic god of the Six Soul Palace had fought against Chen Shang before, and he knew Chen Shang quite well, and he could tell at a glance that Chen Shang was a person with a double life. That alien heretic god even knew that Chen Shang created the way of fate. If he also cultivated fate, he would definitely be very willing to see Chen Shang. Chen Shang and Ying Kuang sat on the Divine Mirror of Six Paths, and after waiting for a while, the Divine Mirror of Six Paths made a space jump and headed to the Six Palaces star region. That is, the star field where the Six Soul Palace is located. It is a super huge star field. It is said that multiple ancestral origins fight and swallow each other, affecting the operation of several star fields, and finally merged. Chen Shang is now outside this star field. He asked Shen Yuanxin and learned that she can't control this Six Palace star field. The main reason is that the Six Palaces star region is controlled by multiple powerful ancestral origins. It's scary. Ying Kuang sighed. The star field where the Six Soul Palace is located looks like 6 mountains combined from a distance, and it temporarily emits a very strong light, which means that the stars inside are extremely powerful. The Tianquan star territory is quite large, but this Six Palace star territory is many times larger, and the light is stronger. You can feel this star territory from a distance, and there is an extremely terrifying momentum that keeps fluctuating. The star field occupied by Wanzhou Mountain should also be very strong, and there is also the Hall of Fate and Soul. Chen Shang scolded in a low voice. The star field occupied by the world-defying universe has been occupied by them. They are strong, and there are many powers of the ancestral origin to help secretly, not to mention the power of the 4 different heavens. Ying Kuang patted Chen Shang on the shoulder, and said, look a little, they will occupy more in the future. Only by becoming stronger can we stop them. Although Ying Kuang said that he was ruthless and lustless all day long, Chen Shang knew very well that Ying Kuang was also a kind and righteous person, and he did not cut off the 7 emotions and 6 desires as he boasted. Otherwise, Ying Kuang wouldn't insist on fighting against the aliens for so many years, which shows that there is a strong willpower supporting him against the aliens. It shouldn't be a problem if we want to sneak in, right? Chen Shang said. It should be possible, they can't completely defend such a big star field. Ying Kuang said. Just after entering, how can we find that alien heretic god? Ying Kuang also wanted to have a fight with that alien evil god. Ah Ying, you used to be an alien heretic god, do you have any way to contact the alien heretic god? Chen Shang said. I also hope that you can find a way. In the process of becoming an alien heretic god, we need to learn a method called Evil God's Chant, which is used in conjunction with the soul-suppressing magic to release a kind of spiritual humming through powerful souls. Said Ying Kuang. Then will you? Chen Shang asked. Bullshit, if I don't know how, I can't become an evil god. But this is the evil god assessment many years ago. I don't know if those young evil gods can be. Ying Kuang said. What is the main use of the heretic god's chant? Chen Shang asked. It's useless, it's just the use of grabbing territory between alien evil gods. Ying Kuang said. Okay, give it a try. Chen Shang thought it had some special power. Ying Kuang started immediately. He sat on the divine mirror of 6 paths, closed his eyes, his lips moved something, and he heard his direct voice, but it didn't take long before Chen Zhang's ears began to hear some messy incantations. Obviously Ying Kuang didn't utter a sound, but a very messy incantation sound entered his mind. The most terrifying thing is that this spell is extremely fast, as if it can jump through space and spread out in all directions. Chen Shang waited for more than an hour, and suddenly heard another incantation sound, but it was much weaker than Ying Kuang's voice. This is the alien evil god of the 6 Soul Palace, who is responding to Ying Kuang with the evil god chant. He can roughly estimate where I am, we can just wait for him to come. Ying Kuang said. I didn't expect that the evil god exam still retains the evil god's song. I want to learn too. Chen Shang felt that it was still useful. Okay, I'll teach you now. Ying Kuang nodded, explained the essentials, and taught Chen Shang. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4812, Old and New Evil God. The evil god chant is still very simple. Chen Shang grasped it at once, and tried to use it. What shocked Ying Kuang was that the evil god chant from Chen Shang was actually much stronger than his. Generally speaking, the louder the sound of the evil god's incantation, the stronger the overall strength of the evil god. Stop reading it. Ying Kuang suddenly shouted. I'm afraid that you will scare that guy away, and 2 alien evil gods suddenly appear, he will be afraid. Really? Chen Shang stopped immediately. It shouldn't have been passed on. Ying Kuang said. You kid, no matter how you look at it, you look like a heinous alien god. Is the strength of the evil god chant based on strength? Chen Shang said. I feel that my evil god chant is much stronger than yours. It has a certain relationship with personal strength. In addition, people who use evil god's song will be very strong if they kill too many people. Ying Kuang said. Hope you don't scare that guy away. Chen Shang smiled and said. Ah Ying, do you think that guy will come? His strength should not be weak, right? This kind of young man has been pinched by Yishan. If they want to become stronger, they will rely on Yishan's divine power, so how his strength is depends on Yishan. What a great support, Ying Kuang said. Chen Shang and Ying Kuang waited for a while, and then they felt the fluctuations in the space. That alien heretic god is coming. As soon as he appeared and saw Chen Shang, he was taken aback and shouted, Is it you? What's wrong? Chen Shang said with a smile. I came here specifically to find you. Humph. The alien evil god snorted, then looked at Ying Kuang, and said, Who made the evil god's chant just now? I heard a total of 2 evil god chants. Was it uttered by 1 person, or 2 people? It's me. Ying Kuang looked at the alien heretic god and asked, What's your name? Zhang Wei. This alien heretic god named Zhang Wei, when Chen Shang saw him before, was still middle-aged, but now he looks much younger and more energetic. He should have received the support of alien divine power, which made him radiant. Yang's. Among the 4 different heavens, Yang's bloodline shouldn't be reduced to this level. What's the matter with you? Ying Kuang felt curious. Are you also an alien evil god? Why doesn't it look alike at all? Zhang Wei looked at Ying Kuang. He couldn't see anything, and he couldn't even see how many fates Ying Kuang had. Ying Kuang hides much better than Chen Shang. He had just converted to fate, and he had already cultivated 8 fate, and now there are 10, even Chen Shang can't see it. Of course I am, I switched to the way of lifestyle. Ying Kuang said, You haven't started to practice lifestyle yet. You succeeded, why can't I feel that you have a destiny? Zhang Wei was very surprised, then frowned, concentrating his mental strength to investigate Ying Kuang, but found nothing. Then he looked at Chen Shang and found that Chen Shang actually had 4 fates. When he met Chen Shang before, he only had 2 fates. Of course I succeeded. You can become an alien heretic god, and you have a good foundation. It's not difficult for you to understand the way to transform your lifestyle. Ying Kuang said. By the way, you haven't answered me yet. Question, what happened to your Zhang family? Yang's family has long since fallen. Because of the continuous decline in overall strength, it is impossible to maintain the heyday of the year. It means that Yang's children have no way to obtain the alien Dao seed. Over time, the Zhang family's children who can obtain the alien Dao seed are getting fewer and fewer. Zhang Wei said. There is no otherworldly Dao seed, and in the otherworld, they can only participate in becoming the alien gods. Only this way has the opportunity to make them stronger, but this way is very cruel. The four great heavens are still the same. It seems that now they can completely control the number of people from the Taoist species. Even the Zhang family can't obtain the resources of the Taoist species, so now only a few forces can control it. Ying Kuang said. Senior, who are you? You don't seem to know the current situation of the four great aliens. Are you the alien evil god of the older generation? Zhang Wei was very curious. He is a madman, Chen Shang said. Hearing these two words, Zhang Wei instinctively bounced back and flew out, then looked at Ying Kuang with a look of horror, and then looked at Chen Shang. Chen Shang actually mixed with Ying Kuang. If I wanted to kill you, you would have already died. Ying Kuang sneered. Senior, aren't you finished? Zhang Wei said. This is the news from Wanzhou Mountain, saying that you entered the Xie realm, which means that you will be finished. How much do you know about Xie domain? Ying Kuang asked. I don't know much. I only know that the Xie domain was created by those guys. Legend has it that many years ago, those guys stimulated the four alien heavens, causing the four alien heavens to naturally breed a deformed and twisted evil energy, then the evil star realm is formed. Zhang Wei also flew over again, and he really could see that Ying Kuang didn't want to kill him. What else? Ying Kuang asked. The four great heavens also know that the star evil domain is terrifying, so among the deformed and twisted heavenly energy, the power injected by the four great heavens will turn into a seal and seal everything inside. Zhang Wei said. Those guys have already mastered the application. Chen Shang said. Yes, they plan to turn most of the star fields in the world-defying universe into the evil star field. Because the various distorted energies in the evil star field can create all kinds of powerful life forms, or all kinds of substances with peculiar energies. Zhang Wei said. Chen Shang remembered the scourge worm and the space-time nightmare, maybe they are the products of the star evil domain. Is the Xie domain any good for them? Ying Kuang asked. A lot of things can be nurtured in the Xie Xiaoyu, which is a big treasure for them. Zhang Wei said. As for the benefits, I can't touch it at my level, but it will definitely give them huge benefits. Will the Six Palaces star region also become the evil star region? Chen Shang asked. Not for the time being. Because of the four powers of different heavens and all parties, they need the forces of the world-defying universe to help them. Zhang Wei said. In the future, it will definitely become the evil star domain, especially these giant star domains, come to them it is a huge treasure trove. Young man, we are going to enter that Six Palaces star territory. Zhang Wei said. There are a lot of ancestral origins in the world, we are going to investigate. Senior, there are currently 7 alien evil gods in the Six Palaces star region, and I am the weakest one. Zhang Wei said. What, 7, didn't they hear my evil god chant? Ying Kuang said. They didn't hear it, because they didn't practice evil god chant, nor did they practice soul-suppressing magic. Zhang Wei shook his head and said, they are the latest batch of alien evil gods. What, the current alien heretic god doesn't need to practice the soul-suppressing magic? Ying Kuang was very surprised. Do you like this site? Donate here. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4813, Lord of Ghosts. A new batch of alien evil gods has a new way of cultivation and training. The assessment criteria have also changed a lot. Zhang Wei smiled bitterly. Senior, we all belong to the past. Zhang Wei just used the soul rejuvenating magic to turn his eyes into 2 black holes with black gas, but now he has finished the work, revealing his 2 eyes. From Zhang Wei's lonely eyes, it can be seen that there is a big gap between himself and the new alien evil god. They really don't practice soul-suppressing magic. Ying Kuang was still a little unbelievable, because soul-suppressing magic has always been the standard configuration of the evil god. Yes. Because their souls are very powerful now, they don't need soul-suppressing magic anymore. And practicing soul-suppressing magic is still relatively difficult, and it will waste a lot of time. Zhang Wei nodded. How about their strength? Are they all strong? How much stronger than you? Chen Shang asked. A lot stronger. It's just that they rely more on Yishan, and more on the ancestral source of creation. Zhang Wei said. It turns out that the group of guys strengthened their control over the evil god, and at the same time made the evil god stronger, so that they wouldn't worry that the evil god would rebel against them. Ying Kuang sneered. Senior, the new alien heretic gods all came out of the evil star territory. The alien heretic god who can come out of the evil star territory alive, just think about how terrifying they are. Zhang Wei said. In short, I have never experienced their strength. Come out from the evil star realm. It means that the evil star realm from the 4 different heavens can escape. Ying Kuang was surprised again. Not bad. Entering the evil star realm, and coming out of the evil star realm, this is the latest test to become the evil god. The strength of the guys who can come out can be imagined. Zhang Wei said, it is said that these guys are in the evil star realm. There are also many terrifying methods in it, as for what they are like, I don't know. Chen Shang and Ying Kuang looked at each other. They had both stayed in the Xie domain before. If they really smashed out of the sky and ran out, it would be a very terrifying existence. Young master, do you still remember that Guoling Xie? She is most likely participating in the examination of the evil god. Zhang Wei said. Chen Shang also just thought of it. He nodded. Guoling Xie, have you met Guoling Xie? Zhang Wei hurriedly asked. You know her? Chen Shang was a little surprised, and hurriedly asked. She didn't participate in the assessment of the evil god, but her master has a lot of background. Zhang Wei said. Guoling Xie is still very famous in the 4 Yishans, because she is a puppet created, but her strength is not very powerful. Guoling Xie is very strong. Chen Shang didn't think that because Guoling Xie was killed by her. Could it be that Guoling Xie still has a real deity? What is the origin of her master? Ying Kuang asked, thinking that he might know him. Senior, you should have heard that there is a Guiyuan in Yishan. The owner of Guoling Xie is the master of Guiyuan. This guy is also the overlord in Yishan now. Zhang Wei said. Now the new Yishan evil god, all it's his Guiyuan who is in charge. The Lord of Guiyuan, I really didn't expect that Guoling Xie was actually created by the Lord of Guiyuan. Ying Kuang clenched his fist tightly and snorted. Not bad. He also seems to have mastered the method of forming the evil star realm. He participated in the creation of the evil star realm. In short, Guiyuan is very powerful. Zhang Wei said. What the asterisk is going on with the Guoling Xie you are talking about? Zhang Wei, what's going on with the scourge bug in Yishan? Ying Kuang asked. The scourge is still rare in Yishan. I only heard that the Lord of Guiyuan has mastered the secret method of cultivating and multiplying the scourge. Zhang Wei said. The Guoling Xie we met, she has the mother of the scourge worm in her body. Ying Kuang said, do you think that is Guoling Xie? I think Guoling Xie is just a nickname. The Lord of Guiyuan can create thousands of Guoling Xies. Zhang Wei said, because I have heard that Guoling Xie often appears in many places. That's it, Ying Kuang said solemnly. It seems that the power pattern of Yishan has changed a lot. Senior, you are now in the world-defying universe. If one day, the forces of the 4 different heavens completely control the world-defying universe, you will definitely be in danger. Zhang Wei said. Let's go, take us to the 6 Palaces Star region. I want to see how strong those new alien evil gods are. Ying Kuang patted Zhang Wei's shoulder and said, if you want to completely get rid of aliens' control, change your lifestyle as soon as possible, don't waste your good time. I will consider it carefully. Zhang Wei nodded. In fact, he also admired Ying Kuang. Because Ying Kuang was the only one who dared to fight against those forces when he was in the 4 heavens. Alien Dao seeds are controlled by a small group of people. They can decide who owns alien Dao seeds, or even deprive others of their natural alien Dao seeds. Ying Kuang dared to resist them and made them suffer heavy losses. Over the years, those forces could not forget it, which is enough to show how terrible Ying Kuang is. There is no enchantment in the 6 Palaces Star territory, you can enter at will. Chen Shang and Ying Kuang followed Zhang Wei to the star where the 6 Soul Palace is located. The 6 Palace Star, although this star is very big, it is not the best star here. Zhang Wei also lives on this star now. Chen Shang suddenly felt a little funny, because although Zhang Wei was the alien heretic god of the 6 Soul Palace, but now it seems that he is about to betray, maybe he will become an inner ghost and secretly help Ying Kuang. Although Zhang Wei is the weakest alien evil god in the 6 Palaces Star region, the people in the 6 Soul Palace must be respectful in front of him. Therefore, he brought Chen Shang and Ying Kuang into the 6 palaces without any obstacles, and directly landed in a prosperous city and entered Zhang Wei's villa. There is no ancestral source of creation here. Zhang Wei said in a low voice after entering the hall. There are a total of 12 ancestral sources of creation in the 6 Palaces Star region. Of course, this is what I know so far. As for whether there are any more the rest, I don't know. If the ancestral source of creation is destroyed, will they be discovered? Chen Shang asked. The ancestral source of creation is very difficult to destroy, and if it is connected to Yishan, at most it will shrink back. Zhang Wei shook his head and said, Young Master Shen, you know too little about the ancestral source of creation. It's okay to retract the ancestral source of creation. Chen Shang said. I always feel that too many ancestral sources of creation are in the world-defying universe, which will make me feel full of crisis. Young Master Shen, I'll be honest. Once the ancestral source of creation comes, it will be difficult to withdraw. Zhang Wei sighed. The ancestral source of creation is in the world-defying universe, it will bring great damage, but it will also bring extraordinary energy. No hurry, let's find out the situation of the ancestral source of creation first, and then approach the past to investigate. Ying Kuang said. First of all, we still have to kill those alien gods, otherwise we will not be able to start with the ancestral source of creation. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4814, Cruel Sacrifice. Chen Shang could see that Ying Kuang really wanted to fight against those alien heretic gods, and he couldn't wait to see how the opponent's strength was. Ying Kuang said before that the new generation of alien evil gods are very weak, for example Zhang Wei is such a weak alien evil god. But now he has learned that the latest alien heretic god is very powerful, which makes him a little unacceptable. Especially those alien gods, who don't even learn the soul-suppressing magic. Senior, if you and I join forces, we might be able to kill one. But there are 6 of them, and their strength is unfathomable. I can only roughly estimate their strength now. Zhang Wei whispered. No matter how strong they are, there is a limit. Besides, this is the world-defying universe, not in another heaven. They don't have enough divine power in another heaven, which means that their powerful power will not last long. Ying Kuang said. Although they were talking in a hall, Zhang Wei was still very worried that those alien gods would suddenly appear here. Senior, you are wrong. These new alien gods, although they are very dependent on alien gods, they are not lacking. Zhang Wei said. The main thing is the Lord of Guiyuan, who made them one. This kind of thing can store a large amount of divine power. Although they are firmly controlled by those big men, they must completely obey the orders of the big men, but at the same time, because of their trust, they have gained a lot of divine power. Is that so? Ying Kuang frowned. For Zhang Wei, not having enough supernatural power is his biggest headache. He fought Chen Shang before because he was worried that supernatural power would be exhausted, so he quit early. I understand, which means that although these new alien heretic gods don't have freedom, they don't need to worry about aliens' divine power, because alien has absolute control over them. Chen Shang said. Not bad. For example, Senior Ying Kuang and I can easily get rid of Yishan's control. Zhang Wei said. Especially me, if there is no Yishan divine power provided by Yishan, I will be a weak chicken. It's no wonder that when I fought with you last time, I felt that you were obviously very strong, but it didn't take long before you ran away. Chen Shang said with a smile. Actually, I was still able to fight you at the time, but I'm not sure if you have any helpers, and I'm not sure how long you can hold on. I need to calculate the consumption of my divine power. Zhang Wei was also helpless, spread his hands and said, so every time I fight, I'm tied up. So, your generation of alien heretic god is the most defeated. There is no combat power at all. In order to control you, it is equivalent to weakening you. Ying Kuang said. Isn't it? Zhang Wei sighed. How long can we resist those alien heretic gods? Chen Shang rubbed his chin and thought, there are 6 of those guys now. I don't know if there will be more in the future. There will only be more and more. Zhang Wei said solemnly. After the Lord of Guiyuan took over the cultivation of alien evil gods, using time formation or something, he can cultivate a large number of alien evil gods faster. Is there also in the Hall of Fate and Soul in Wanzhou Mountain? Chen Shang asked. All. As far as I know, there are 5 halls of fate and souls and 10 in Wanzhou Mountain. Zhang Wei said. Although there are only 6 in the 6th Soul Palace, it can make Wanzhou Mountain dare not despise it. Why are there so many? Doesn't the evil god need to sacrifice a lot of souls to appear? Chen Shang said in shock. The 6th Soul Palace and the Hall of Fate Souls, before collecting powerful souls from all over the place to sacrifice, is for the sake of summon the evil god. That's the previous alien evil god. Now the latest alien evil god does not need to sacrifice powerful souls, but only needs to sacrifice a lot of flesh and blood. Zhang Wei paused and continued. Simply put, need lots of bodies. What? Now you don't need a soul, just a body? Chen Zhang's face sank, and he said, Don't you mean that they want to kill people everywhere? Not bad. Jiang Wei nodded. Probably have to sacrifice 500 million flesh and blood, and Guiyuan will send an alien evil god. About 500 million, Ying Kuang said coldly. The appetite of those guys is getting bigger and bigger. What do they need so much body for? Chen Shang only felt that this number was really too large, it was very cruel, it was simply maddening. That is to find someone's stars everywhere to carry out the slaughter, in order to continue. Actually, the people they need are not ordinary people, they all need a certain level of cultivation. Jiang Wei said. In short, they killed a lot of people before they successfully summoned the evil god. If it goes on like this, there aren't many people in the world-defying universe who can kill them. Chen Shang said solemnly, we must kill them quickly. For example, there are a large number of human beings in Wanzhou Mountain. They can gather enough people every once in a while to make sacrifices. There is no need for people who are world-defying. Jiang Wei said. 6 Soul Palace and Destiny Soul Palace, what they sacrificed is the life of the world-defying universe. Although the world-defying universe is a very young universe, there are also many creatures, but if they madly summon alien heretic gods, they will kill them all sooner or later. Chen Shang shook his head and sighed. These hateful guys, in a short time. They have killed so many people in a short period of time. If you want to stop them, you must kill the alien gods they summoned. Ying Kuang said. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it must be done. Chen Shang now only hates himself for being too weak. Young master, we don't know what their strength is yet. We will start planning when we find out their strength. Ying Kuang said, we should be able to kill them one by one. Chen Shang looked at Jiang Wei. Jiang Wei shook his head again and again, expressing that he was unwilling to take action. I can't fight them now. Jiang Wei shook his head. Young man, do you want to get rid of Yishan? You can now change your lifestyle. Ying Kuang said. Senior, of course I want to cultivate my lifestyle. But, after I transfer my training, my strength will definitely become weaker, and there will be a period of weakness for a long time. Jiang Wei shook his head and said, as far as I know, those Yishan's Cthulhu, they have also begun to cultivate their fate, but they have abundant resources to help them, which can make them stronger as soon as possible. Chen Shang was shocked. You mean, the new generation of alien heavenly evil gods are also cultivating fate? Chen Shang said in shock. That's for sure. The Lord of Guiyuan is a guy who likes to study all kinds of things. He is also very interested in the way of fate, so he let those alien gods practice fate. Jiang Wei said. As for how they're going, I don't know. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4815, Ghost Abyss Evil God. This is not good news for Chen Shang. Those alien heretic gods who have turned to life cultivation, they have the help of the ancestral source of creation, and there will definitely be faster progress. If the people in Yishan find that the way of cultivating fate is stronger, they will quickly switch to the way of fate, and enter the world-defying universe, then it will be troublesome. Wait a minute, if they were to change their fate, then they must be in a weak period now. Ying Kuang said, isn't it a good time for us to take action against them? That's right. After transferring to the fate qualities, I can't cultivate a lot of fate qualities in a short period of time, and it's not that easy to be fully familiar with the power brought by the fate qualities. Now is a good time to get rid of them. Chen Shang said. But, they might have something like a time formation. And they were all cultivated by the Lord of Guiyuan, and they must have various artifacts given by the Lord of Guiyuan. Jiang Wei was still worried and shook his head. Said, they can resist us by relying on the stuff given by the Lord of Guiyuan. Because the Lord of Guiyuan is too strong in the 4 different heavens, not only his own strength is strong, but he is also an alchemy refining tool, and he is proficient in everything. So it's normal for Jiang Wei to be afraid of the Lord of Guiyuan, because he has actually seen how strong the things created by the Lord of Guiyuan are. Later, Jiang Wei briefly talked about the Lord of Guiyuan. Back then, the Lord of Guiyuan was a transcendent existence. Ying Kuang said, I attacked Guiyuan once, and I also fought against the Lord of Guiyuan at that time. Senior, is this true? I haven't heard of the relevant legend. Did you win at that time? Jiang Wei was surprised and asked quickly. No, he was very strong back then. I couldn't beat him, but he couldn't take me either. Ying Kuang shook his head and said, I can only give up attacking Guiyuan in the end. Now that so many years have passed, he is sure stronger than ever. Ah Ying, the Lord of Guiyuan started to fiddle with those things many years ago. Chen Shang asked. Yes, the Lord of Guiyuan is proficient in alchemy and refining, proficient in formations, enchantments and various things. Ying Kuang said. Guolingxie was created by him, so it makes sense. And he can also create Xie Yu, and create all kinds of terrifying creatures through the twisted power inside XXXX Yuan. Zhang Wei added. The alien gods cultivated by the Lord of Ghost Abyss, even now very weak, but definitely strong, they must have a self-defense tool from the Lord of Ghost Abyss in their hands. It seems that we can only go to those alien evil gods to find out the truth. Chen Shang said. He, like Ying Kuang, wanted to see those alien evil gods and see what was special about them. Ying Kuang is the oldest generation of alien evil gods, Zhang Wei is the middle generation, and now the newest generation is the third generation cultivated by the Lord of Guiyuan. The first generation of alien evil gods are very strong, but it is difficult to control them, so there is a guy like Ying Kuang who fights against the forces of the four alien gods. The second generation of alien heretic gods is Zhang Wei, who is a very failed generation. And the third generation is powerful and controllable, and can cultivate, it can be said to be a very complete alien heretic god. Are you really going to meet the Guiyuan evil god? Zhang Wei could see that both Chen Shang and Ying Kuang were eager to try it, and he knew that it was difficult to stop them. Guiyuan heretic god, Chen Shang said, is that what they are called in the four great heavens too? They are all alien evil gods, and Guiyuan evil god is just what we call them in private. But many people in the four great aliens also recognize this title, so they all call them Guiyuan evil god. Zhang Wei said. Isn't that saying that the evil gods of the alien heaven are all the lords of Guiyuan now? Ying Kuang sneered. Don't those big men in the four great heavens say anything? The power of the four great heavens is very complicated now, and they all have a cooperative relationship with Guiyuan. Moreover, Guiyuan has no idea of AA dominating the four great heavens, so everyone didn't say anything. Zhang Wei said. Since you are going, if you see those ghostly evil gods, then I will help you arrange too. Zhang Wei, the four big aliens, why are they still eating people? It's been so many years, and this is still the virtue. Ying Kuang pouted. Most of them eat it, but there are also a group of people in the four great heavens who don't eat it. This group of people is also the target of suppression by big figures from all walks of life. Zhang Wei said. We, the evil gods, are often sent to arrest them. Quote. Oh, who is it? In another world, there is actually such a group that unites to resist. And it's not easy to form a scale. Ying Kuang's eyes suddenly lit up, with a look of surprise on his face. They are all a group of people who don't have alien Dao species. There was a time when they were very powerful. But after being suppressed by various forces and destroying many people, they gradually became low-key. Now they have become very mysterious, hiding in Tibet in the four heavens. Zhang Wei said. How about their strength? Chen Shang asked. The strength is good, otherwise, it can't be scaled at all. In short, I heard that this group of people has mastered some cultivation methods. Zhang Wei shook his head and said. They are becoming more and more mysterious now, I don't know much about them, only know them. They are called fairies. Immortal. Chen Shang had a period of time, and the path of cultivation he took was to cultivate immortals. Yes, what kind of immortal way do they practice? That's why they are also called immortals. Zhang Wei said. In short, they are becoming more and more mysterious, hiding to fight against Yishan. There are also many of our Yishan evil gods who were killed by them. Have you played against them? Ying Kuang asked hurriedly. I've played against each other, it's really strong. In short, I ran away in the end. Zhang Wei spread his hands and said, if I don't run, I might be killed by them. Those guys are not easy to mess with, even the Lord of Guiyuan can't be bothered. There's nothing you can do about them. Interesting, said Ying Kuang, I really want to meet them. Senior, if you want to know the evil spirits of Guiyuan, there is a way, that is to attack the Sixth Soul Palace. Zhang Wei said. Of course, I am now responsible for guarding the Sixth Soul Palace, and you must defeat me first. Will you be okay after defeating you? Ying Kuang squeezed Zhang Wei's shoulder and said, young man, you are a talented person, and you can still make it well. I'll be fine, they all know that I'm a parallel evil god. Zhang Wei laughed at himself and said, you can join hands to beat me up when the time comes, and then the Guiyuan evil ***** will show up. Okay, Ying Kuang nodded and said, I'll do it. I'll do it in a measured way. By the way, if you want to change your lifestyle, feel free to contact me. Ying Kuang gave Zhang Wei a communication talisman. Okay, then you go to attack the Sixth Soul Palace now, I will jump out to stop you later. Zhang Wei took the communication talisman. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4816, 3 Generations of Evil Spirits. Lugongxing is the location of the Sixth Soul Palace, and the Sixth Soul Palace is also built very large, and there are many people. The Sixth Soul Palace is also a hegemonic force in the world-defying universe. Although no one dares to provoke them at ordinary times, their defense against the Sixth Palace Star is still very strict. It's just that now it's because of Zhang Wei, the inner ghost, so Chen Shang and Ying Kuang can easily come in. Of course, even without Zhang Wei's help, Chen Shang and Ying Kuang can still enter the Sixth Palace Star region and enter the Sixth Palace Star region, but it will take a long time. The Sixth Soul Palace has 6 huge high-rise buildings like 1,000 Zhang Giant Mountain. There are also many buildings or squares under the area where these 6 high-rise buildings are located, and there are a large number of Sixth Soul Palace disciples inside. Young master, just let me do it later. Ying Kuang said, I want them to know that I have returned, and I have changed my life. Otherwise, they will all think that I am dead in the Demon Soul Star territory. Alright, Chen Shang also knew that the reason Ying Kuang did this was to attract Yishan evil god to target him and attract Yishan's attention. When Ying Kuang was in Yishan back then, it was very troublesome, and now he is in the world-defining universe to cultivate his lifestyle. If his strength becomes stronger, it will also cause headaches for the 4 great people in Yishan. For example, the Sixth Soul Palace is also cooperating with the forces of Yishan. If Ying Kuang is doing things here, and for the Sixth Soul Palace, they will be able to do things in the world-defying universe, and they will definitely find a way to get rid of Ying Kuang. Ying Kuang stood in the middle of a very spacious street. At the end of the street was a magnificent gate, which was the gate of the Sixth Soul Palace. Ying Kuang took a deep breath, and then faced the gate in front of him with both palms. At this time, the Sixth Soul Palace disciples who were patrolling the street had also noticed that Ying Kuang had behaved strangely, so they hurried over. Who knows, just as they approached, Ying Kuang's body burst out with a wave of air, blowing them all out. There is a situation, a disciple of the Sixth Soul Palace shouted, and then a large number of disciples flew over one after another. Ying Kuang still stood still, facing the magnificent giant gate with both palms, and then roared. His hands suddenly flashed a burst of strong electric light, accompanied by a loud thunder. Boom! After the loud noise, a golden red light group flew out and hit the barrier of the Sixth Soul Palace. After the light group exploded, a wave of fire burst out in all directions. The barrier of the Sixth Soul Palace is very powerful. Ying Kuang's attack this time was unable to break the barrier of the Sixth Soul Palace, so that the magnificent gate was safe and sound. This made Ying Kuang somewhat uncomfortable, but there was nothing he could do about it. After all, the power of the defensive barrier of the Sixth Soul Palace came from the 6 palace stars, so the defense was still very strong. Chen Shang secretly released the Divine Mirror of 6 paths to help Ying Kuang attack the barrier. The 6-path Divine Mirror that spun out suddenly became larger, slammed into the barrier of the Sixth Soul Palace, and tore a crack. Ying Kuang shouted loudly, sending the disciples of the Sixth Soul Palace rushing towards him flying. Then he slammed out the crack of the barrier, and shot a golden red thunderbolt. Boom! At the same time as the loud noise erupted, the gate was also shrouded in golden red lightning flames, and all kinds of debris knocked and jumped inside. You must know that the location of the Sixth Soul Palace is very high, and their gates are also built very large. They are still in the center of the city, but under the gate, they can overlook half of the city. But now, the huge door of the Sixth Soul Palace was blasted open and was seen by many people. In addition, the movement was so loud, and there was a strong golden red flame and lightning flashing. Even in the daytime, it was very dazzling, difficult. The Sixth Soul Palace was attacked. Moreover, he was attacked in his hometown, and his door was directly smashed. Such a powerful Sixth Soul Palace has been provoked to such a degree by people, so who is it? Smart people should stay away from the Sixth Soul Palace at this moment, because everyone dares to knock on the door, and their strength must be very strong. If a war breaks out, it will definitely affect a lot, and it is easy to be involved in the Sixth Soul Palace. The entire Sixth Soul Palace was a sensation, and all the powerhouses of the Sixth Soul Palace were dispatched. As soon as they came out, they locked Ying Kuang, because Ying Kuang pushed their palms wildly at them, blasting out huge golden red palm prints. Ying Kuang's palm print carried golden red flames and lightning, and after blasting past, a terrifying scorching fire wave erupted in the air. The old people of the Sixth Soul Palace immediately judged that they were not Ying Kuang's opponents, and if they fought Ying Kuang, there would only be a dead end. This level of powerhouse is not realistic in the universe, so they all suspect that the enemy may come from another heaven. Seeing that Jiang Wei was almost there, he flew out immediately and started a battle with Ying Kuang. The two alien heretic gods fought fiercely, and a large building at the entrance of the Sixth Soul Palace disappeared. Ying Kuang also deliberately punched Jiang Wei towards the Sixth Soul Palace, and then Chen Shang also secretly used the Six Paths Divine Mirror to tear open the barrier and let Ying Kuang enter inside. The 6 huge high-rise buildings in the Sixth Soul Palace were suddenly smashed by Ying Kuang, and the old guys in the Sixth Soul Palace were so distressed that they were all jumping on their feet and scolding Ying Kuang. What shocked the Sixth Soul Palace was that Jiang Wei, this alien evil god, could not beat that old man. Even if it's not acting, Ying Kuang can beat Jiang Wei down. Jiang Wei is playing very seriously now, because he wants to take the opportunity to see Ying Kuang's strength. After all, Ying Kuang has just changed his lifestyle. Ying Kuang's power is very powerful, even Chen Shang was amazed. He now only has 4 fates, so he is definitely not Ying Kuang's opponent. The magnificently built Sixth Soul Palace was smashed to pieces by Ying Kuang in just a moment. Jiang Wei was beaten madly by Ying Kuang. An elder of the Sixth Soul Palace cursed Jiang Wei as a waste. He didn't dare to scold him. Even if Jiang Wei was a waste, they couldn't match him. In a few moments, Jiang Wei had been beaten with blood by Ying Kuang, and Ying Kuang could see that Jiang Wei wanted to see the power of the Way of Fate, so he beat Jiang Wei mercilessly, also wanting to kill Jiang Wei. Wake up completely. Jiang Wei was beaten to the ground. Everyone could see that Jiang Wei, this alien god, was very strong, but he couldn't beat the opponent, so he could only say that the opponent was stronger. I really didn't expect to have the opportunity to meet the oldest alien heretic god, and he was also the strongest Ying Kuang among the group of alien heretic gods. Suddenly a voice came from the air. I saw a handsome man in white, slowly descending from the sky. When he landed, the ruins above the entire Sixth Soul Palace suddenly turned into a white crystal, and then floated into the air. The ruins left after the destruction of the Sixth Soul Palace disappeared in an instant. The high platform is now very flat, like a huge competition platform, and the whole city can see it. You know me, you shouldn't have seen me before, right? Ying Kuang sneered. Master has seen you, and he has injected everything about you into our memory, so I know you. The handsome man smiled. Master regretted not defeating you back then. I will make up for him now. It's a pity. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4817, Life Force. The master he spoke of was the master of Guiyuan. And he should be the evil heavenly evil god cultivated by the Lord of Guiyuan. This kind of evil ***** of Guiyuan should all be loyal to the Lord of Guiyuan. Chen Shang watched from a distance, and suddenly felt that there was another person beside him. He turned his head and saw a handsome and elegant man in white clothes and white trousers, wearing a white robe. He looked at Chen with a smile. Soar. Seeing this man, Chen Shang was taken aback by surprise, because he knew this man. It was the Supreme Bai Ling from Wanzhou Mountain. It's you, Chen Shang said in surprise. Chen Shang, stay safe. Shang Zun Bai Ling smiled and said, I'm here today, not to fight with you. I'm here to talk to the Sixth Soul Palace. I didn't expect you to be here too. I happened to pass by. Chen Shang scratched his head and said with a smile, and then I happened to bump into you again. Really? That's a coincidence. I was going to talk to the Sixth Soul Palace, but I didn't expect the Sixth Soul Palace to be gone. But if you can see 2 powerful alien gods fighting, it's not a waste of time. Bai Ling Shangzhen laughed. Shangzhen Bai Ling didn't think much, because he didn't know that Chen Shang and Ying Kuang were mixed together. However, he knew that Ying Kuang entered the evil star domain of the demon soul star domain, and should not be able to come out, but now he ran out. As long as you guys from Wanzhou Mountain are there, nothing good will happen. Look, if you come to the Sixth Soul Palace, the Sixth Soul Palace will be gone. Chen Shang laughed. It seems that I just stay away from you. Chen Shang, we all know now that you are the person of the world-defying universe. The first fate of the world-defying universe is on you. You are the one who created the world-defying universe, and you are also the lord of the world-defying universe. Bai Ling Shangzhen said. It's good for you to know. Chen Shang said with an expressionless face. However, there is now a way of lifestyle cultivation in the world-defying universe, so you must have come into contact with it, right? Bai Ling Shangzhen said again. Then what? Chen Shang smiled and said, aren't you all cultivating the way of fate? This means that the world-defying universe is no longer yours. Because the way of fate affects the balance. Bai Ling Shangzhen said solemnly, don't imagine that the world-defining universe belongs to you. I've never imagined that the world-defying universe belongs to me. I don't need to imagine it at all, because it's all mine. Chen Shang felt very amused, he couldn't help laughing, and said, seeing you like a dog, I want to laugh. At this time, Ying Kuang and the Guiyuan evil god fought, the movement was huge, and the city was also destroyed more than half. While Chen Shang and Bai Ling Shangzhen were watching the battle, they were floating in the air and chatting and laughing. What's so funny? Said Bai Ling Shangzhen, you all want to cultivate the way of fate, but you are worried that there is a hole in the way of fate. You want to control the way of fate, or control the entire universe, right? Chen Shang asked. Not bad. Bai Ling Shangzhen did not deny it either. What I can tell you is that there are no pits in the way of destiny. The way of destiny was created by me. In the future, when the way of destiny is excavated to its limit, I will open up a new way of cultivation. Chen Shang said, and I am very sure that the way of fate will soon reach the top. You. Bai Ling Shangzhen was very shocked, because before everyone just guessed that Chen Shang created the law of fate cultivation, and there was no evidence to prove it. Now Chen Shang personally admits that although Shang Zun Bai Ling is still a little suspicious, he also thinks that it is very likely to be true. The way of fate has just appeared, why do you decide that it will reach its peak soon? Yishan's Soul Sea practice law, but it has been maintained for many years. Bai Ling Shangzhen is also a person who pursues great power, so he really wants to knowledge. It's very simple, the way of destiny improves very fast, there are not many obstacles, and it can directly absorb the power of creation to cultivate. Chen Shang said, as there are more and more ancestral sources of creation, the creation power of the world-defying universe will become more and more powerful. It is getting thicker and thicker, so the speed of improvement can be imagined. After reaching the top, what is the state? Bai Ling Shangzhen asked again. I estimate that about 100 fates will reach the top. Chen Shang said with a smile, and the strength after cultivating 100 fates should be able to slaughter your Lord of the Universe, and not be defeated by the founder of the world. The source is in control. Bai Ling Shangzhen was so moved. No one wants to be controlled by others, and everyone wants to master a powerful force to hang the Lord of the Universe. If you practice the way of life, you can do it. What do you think of Ying Kuang's strength? Chen Shang asked. Ying Kuang's strength is not as strong as that Guiyuan evil god. Bai Ling Shangzhen said, Ying Kuang is an old evil god who has been sealed for many years, and the decline in all aspects is severe. Guiyuan evil god is the strongest and newest evil god, there are 10 Wanzhou mountains. Ying Kuang can defeat him. Chen Shang said with certainty, it's because Ying Kuang cultivates the fate, while the Guiyuan heretic god cultivates the soul sea. Why can you win by practicing fate? From the perspective of momentum, Ying Kuang is far more different than the opponent. Shang Zun Bai Ling shook his head and said, look, Ying Kuang is being beaten by the opponent now. This shows that you don't understand the power of fate. Chen Shang smiled and said, Ying Kuang should be the person who has cultivated the most fate in the world-defining universe. Although I have created the way of fate, I have in terms of the number of cultivating fate, and the experience of using fate, it is not as good as Ying Kuang. You know each other? Bai Ling Shangzhen asked in surprise. I know, I helped him change his life. Chen Shang said with a smile. Shang Zun Bai Ling was shocked in his heart, because he didn't know how Chen Shang and Ying Kuang knew each other, and Chen Shang also helped Ying Kuang to cultivate his fate. Bai Ling Shangzhen looked at Ying Kuang, he couldn't see how Ying Kuang was going to make a comeback. Neither Ying Kuang nor the evil Guiyuan used weapons, both of them fought with the power within their own bodies. Is this the Guiyuan evil god that the Lord of Guiyuan is most proud of? Back then, the Lord of Guiyuan couldn't defeat me, but the little trash he cultivated dared to delusionally defeat me. Ying Kuang suddenly burst out laughing. What? You are in a weak position now, and it is only a matter of time before I defeat you. The evil spirit Guiyuan smiled faintly. Ying Kuang, you are still so arrogant. Puppy shit, I haven't used my real power yet. I've practiced my lifestyle, I just used my physical strength to play with me. Ying Kuang suddenly laughed. Ying Kuang didn't use the power of fate, Chen Shang had already seen it, so he was not worried about Ying Kuang at all. Ying Kuang after cultivating the fate grid will also have a huge improvement in his body. The fate grid can affect the body and soul in all aspects, making both of them stronger. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4818, Super Rolling. The power of Yingguang's body is so strong, if he uses the power of his life, then it's worth it. That Guiyuan evil god didn't take it seriously. He still smiled calmly and said, I know your limit clearly. If you still have hidden power that you haven't used, I will definitely be able to see it. Guiyuan evil god is very confident, as if everything is under his control. Although he smiles and looks friendly, he has a kind of arrogance, which makes Yingguang feel very uncomfortable. Just wait and see, Yingguang said, and then secretly used the power of fate. When I was fighting you just now, I had already spied on the power contained in your body. You are good at cultivating fate, but the way of fate cultivation is not mature enough. There is not enough suitable practice to dig out the power of fate, so you can't use much of the power of fate. Guiyuan evil god said. Chen Shang watched the battle from a distance, nodded. He also thought that this was a bit reasonable, but it didn't apply to Yingguang. It turns out that Yingguang just can't fully exert the power of fate. Bai Ling Shangzhen smiled and said, Shen Gongzi, it seems that the way of fate cultivation is not that strong. Just keep watching. Chen Shang continued to seriously look at Yingguang in the distance, and at the same time he was raising his vigilance. After all, Bai Ling Shangzhen is from Wanzhou Mountain, and has a deep connection with the Lord of Wanzhou and the ancestral source of creation, so he has to be guarded. Yingguang continued to fight against Guiyuan evil god. He was still suppressed by Guiyuan evil god, and it seemed that he fought very hard. Chen Shang also knew that Yingguang was gradually releasing the power of fate, because Yingguang had kept fate in a half-sealed state before. He also often discusses cultivation matters with Yingguang, knowing that Yingguang has his own set of cultivation methods. Yingguang once said that he should seal half of his life power, and try not to let the power of his life be released when fighting. This is to brew the explosive power of fate. Yingguang fell behind in the battle. The fate in his body contained powerful energy, but it couldn't burst out. Once the time comes, he will be able to completely unseal the fate, fully release the power of the fate, and form a terrifying explosive force. According to the thinking of normal people, when fighting, they will never seal up their most powerful strength, because it is easy to be injured or killed during the battle, and when it breaks out, it will be a fart. But Yingguang is not a normal person. He did this mainly to suppress his fate. He suppressed his fate to a certain stage and then released it. The effect is very impressive. Mainly because he has a strong body and can withstand it for a while in the early stage. After a while, the evil spirit of Guiyuan's smile gradually solidified, because he felt that Yingguang's power was different from before. The power of Yingguang's body has not been completely unblocked, and now it is only exuding a breath, which has made Yingguang so powerful. I did underestimate you before. Guiyuan evil god said in a serious voice. He no longer had the calmness he had just now. As soon as the words fell, a red long sword suddenly appeared in Guiyuan evil god's hand. When this sword was released, the city trembled. Just a magic weapon, with such terrifying power. Shangzun Bailing was also frightened by this. That sword is very heavy. Bailing Shangzun frowned and said, because it is too heavy, this star has to bear a lot of pressure, so the surface of the star is torn and squeezed by that force, and it will vibrate. Chen Shang was just curious, how the sword was made. It must have been made with heavy materials. It seems that you are still quite strong. After Guiyuan evil god finished speaking, he stabbed Yingguang with a sword. Yingguang could naturally see that the sword was terrifying. Although Guiyuan evil god has a very powerful divine sword, it is too heavy, so that his speed with the sword is not fast. Therefore, he needed the cooperation of other methods. When he drew out his sword, he secretly cast a spell, releasing a force to hold Yingguang in place. From now on, there will be no Yingguang. Farewell. Guiyuan evil god smiled proudly, and the terrifying heavy sword in his hand also stabbed Yingguang's forehead. At this moment, the evil ***** of Guiyuan looks extremely proud. After all, Yingguang was a powerhouse who was once in the four great heavens, and even the Lord of Guiyuan still regrets not defeating Yingguang. This Guiyuan evil god thinks he has done what his master cannot, so he is very proud. His sword is really terrifying. Even Chen Shang doesn't think he can dodge it. After being stabbed, his body will definitely be destroyed, and his soul will be severely damaged. However, this tearing space caused the entire Luganxing to fall into a violent shock, and when it touched Ying Kuang's forehead, it was impossible to pierce in. Although Ying Kuang was immobilized just now, his body was immobile, but the fate in his body could move. He moved his fate to his forehead in an instant, blocking the sword. Arrogant thing, you bastard, who gave you the courage to think you could kill me? Ying Kuang sneered. The evil god Guiyuan was stunned. His sword is very powerful, even the evil god of the heavens with the same strength as him can't stop it. Ying Kuang actually blocked it with his forehead, and used his head to pick up his sword. Seeing this, Chen Shang smiled, because he could see that Ying Kuang used his life to block it. Ying Kuang is very familiar with the use of fate, and can quickly mobilize fate. At the same time when Guiyuan evil god was surprised, Ying Kuang suddenly moved and grabbed the sword of Guiyuan evil god with his hands. Chen Shang smiled and squinted his eyes. He could see at a glance that Ying Kuang's palm also had destiny, so he dared to grab the sword. Young master, take the sword. Ying Kuang suddenly shouted. He kicked the evil spirit Guiyuan who was holding the sword and flew out, and immediately threw the sword to Chen Shang. Because the blade was too heavy, when it was thrown over, the pressure that burst out directly cracked the place where Chen Shang was. Chen Shang also used the divine mirror of 6 paths to catch it and transferred it to the divine furnace. Inside the arrogant furnace is refining, Suzaku tenderness and cracking insects are being smelted, and now there is another sword. It was suggested by Sister Xiaojing to put it in, so as to enhance the tenderness of Suzaku. Ah, you, Guiyuan evil god finally couldn't stand it anymore. His powerful divine sword was robbed, and after being kicked just now, he found that a big hole was punched out of his abdomen. The power of Ying Kuang's body's life form gradually burst out. Just now, there were 2 life forms in his thigh. At the same time, the power burst out. The power is so terrifying, it kicked a big hole in the stomach of Guiyuan evil god. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4819, Deter Guiyuan. Guiyuan evil god looked at his stomach, and then at Chen Shang over there. His sword was easily taken away by Chen Shang, and Ying Kuang kicked out a hole in his stomach. What happened to this world-defying universe? Is it really so powerful to cultivate fate? The evil god Guiyuan has not yet started to cultivate the fate, but he has now learned the power of the fate. Bai Ling Shang zoomed next to Chen Shang, and Zhang Wei, who was watching the battle in the dark. They are now determined to cultivate the fate. Because this kind of power is really terrifying, Guiyuan evil god, that is a very terrifying evil god, and he has powerful weapons in his hands, so he was defeated like this. Go back and tell the Lord of Guiyuan that I am not a cat and dog that can be humiliated. Although your dog is arrogant, it is not too fierce, and I will not destroy your soul. After Ying Kuang finished speaking, he inserted his hands into the hole in Guiyuan evil god's abdomen, and then ripped vigorously. The body of Guiyuan evil god was torn to shreds directly, and splashed everywhere with thunder and lightning flames. Ying Kuang did not destroy his soul, but let his soul fly away and went back and told the Lord of Guiyuan. The way of fate is really powerful. After Bai Ling Shangzhen finished speaking, he looked at Chen Shang and said, but Ying Kuang is special. The reason why he is very strong in the cultivation of fate is mainly based on his previous foundation. Right. That's right, he converted to the way of fate qualification, and he can cultivate a lot of fate qualities, which is the most fate qualities in the world-defying universe. Chen Shang nodded. Then you definitely don't have many fates. According to our previous research, it is very difficult to cultivate a fate. Although it can be greatly improved, it is much more difficult than cultivating the soul sea. Bai Ling Shangzun looked at Chen Shang and said, I really don't have a lot of fate, it takes time to cultivate. Chen Shang said with a smile, but you are wrong, it is easier to cultivate fate than to cultivate the soul sea, mainly because you are not familiar with the 6 paths cultivation. Wait until you are familiar with it. If you practice the 6 paths, you will know that it is very easy to cultivate your destiny. So that's the case, you don't have much fate. After Bai Ling Shangzhen finished speaking, he suddenly shot. There was a short sword in his hand, and it stabbed directly into Chen Zhang's heart. Chen Shang has been using Xin Mingyan to look at Bai Ling Shangzhen, and there is nothing unusual, but suddenly, Xin Mingyan can see that Bai Ling Shangzhen has killing intent. At the moment when his heart and eyes reminded him, Chen Shang immediately dodged, but he was still slow. The dagger of Bai Ling Shangzhen had already pierced into his body. Chen Zhang's reaction was also very quick, The moment the dagger entered the body, the Six Paths Divine Mirror immediately stuck to the wound and moved the dagger away in space. Boom! The dagger exploded in the space channel, and the power was very huge, tearing the space apart. Shang Xun Bailing was shocked in his heart. He was very close to Chen Shang, and it was almost impossible to miss Chen Shang with such a close shot. He also successfully stabbed Chen Shang with a sword, and stabbed the short sword directly into Chen Zhang's body, but it was resolved by Chen Zhang's quick reaction. If that sword successfully exploded in Chen Zhang's body, then Chen Zhang's body would definitely be blown to pieces. Humph! Shang Xun Bailing snorted coldly, and immediately punched Chen Zhang's abdomen with astonishing strength. However, his fist felt like it was hitting something very solid. Even if it didn't hurt Chen Shang, it should still be able to explode with a strong shock, at least it should be able to blast Chen Shang away. But the power of this punch is like a stone sinking into the sea, only a very slight storm. Chen Zhang's fate attribute is still a little different. His fate appeared in his abdomen just now, absorbing all the power of Bailing Shang Xun, so there is nothing at all. Supreme Venerable Bailing realized that Chen Shang used the Fate Grid defense just now, and he once again felt the power of the Fate Grid. Idiot, you want to kill me? Chen Shang sneered. Chen Shang, you wait. After Shang Xun Bailing finished speaking, spatial fluctuations began to appear around his body. The divine mirror of Six Paths swirled suddenly, and the surrounding space suddenly stabilized again, and Shang Xun Bailing couldn't make a space jump to escape. In the world-defying universe, and playing space power in front of the Six Paths divine mirror, it is simply unbelievable. Chen Shang took 2 steps forward, stretched out his hand and grabbed it, his palm turned into a blue dragon head, and the power of fate accompanied by the blue dragon claws was displayed. Bailing Shang Xun knew that he couldn't escape, so he could only fight, and a shield artifact immediately appeared in front of him. Chen Zhang's azure dragon claws grabbed it and smashed the shield artifact to pieces. At the same time, the Six-Path Divine Mirror was already suspended on the top of Bailing's head, and then it radiated a strong light, which turned into lightning and directly hit Bailing's head. After being violently attacked, the soul of Shang Xun Bailing only felt a splitting headache. Go to hell! Chen Shang had no expression on his face, and called out the Qinglong Demon Slayer sword to slash at it. Bailing Shang Xun was instantly killed, his body was torn apart by the ferocious Qinglong Demon Slayer sword, turned into blue flames and scattered. The superior of Wanzhou Mountain, and he is still very strong. Facing Chen Zhang's end, he couldn't beat him at all. Chen Shang was able to kill this Wanzhou Mountain's superior, and he was able to do it with ease. He still had a lot of powerful means that he had yet to use. By the time Ying Kuang arrived, Shang Xun Bailing was already finished. Young master, there's nothing oily about this stuff. Ying Kuang looked at the burning pieces around him, and said with a pouting voice, you can't even get the hair out of this little thing. Killing them is a waste of energy. When Ying Kuang was fighting against those big forces in the 4 great heavens, he used battle to support the battle, and after killing the enemy, he obtained resources, and then he continued to strengthen himself. It is true that the Bailing Shangzhen that Chen Shang killed was not even a hair, so Ying Kuang would be emotional. The evil god Guiyuan he defeated just now has a very good sword anyway, at least in Ying Kuang's view, he didn't waste his energy, he made a little profit. Ying, do you want that sword? Chen Shang asked. No, Ying Kuang said. It must be forged by the Lord of Guiyuan, I don't want his things. Since Ying Kuang didn't want it, Chen Shang let Sister Xiaojing melt, and then made it into vermilion bird's tenderness. Then what Guiyuan evil god, that's all. We don't need to be afraid of them at all. After the fight, Ying Kuang can be said to be full of confidence and more determined to cultivate the way of fate. He can already fully feel how powerful the power of fate is. If you continue to practice, people with a lot of life will not need to be afraid of external forces. In other words, people who practice the way of the soul sea can't compare to them at all. Zhang Wei was still hiding in the dark, he took out the communication talisman and secretly transmitted a voice to Ying Kuang. There are other evil spirits of Guiyuan coming. After Zhang Wei felt the breath, he immediately contacted Ying Kuang. Chen Shang and Ying Kuang also sensed the auras of other Guiyuan heretic gods. There were 5 in total. They should have come from other stars, but none of them came close. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4820, Find Ancestry. There are other evil spirits of Guiyuan nearby. After all, the battle here is so fierce that the entire star trembled violently, and even volcanoes erupted violently in some places. In addition, the sword released by the evil Guiyuan before, caused fluctuations that shook to multiple stars. After Guiyuan evil god was killed, the soul also flew out, telling other Guiyuan evil god about the existence of Ying Kuang. The current Ying Kuang is very powerful, and it is easy to kill a Guiyuan evil god. Even if multiple Guiyuan evil gods go together, they may not be able to kill him. Then there is the existence of Chen Shang, which makes the other Guiyuan evil gods somewhat fearful, because Chen Shang can easily take away that heavy divine sword. Guiyuan evil god, get out of here. You are all dog things raised by the master of Guiyuan. You should all know that your master failed to defeat me back then. This is also a shame for his life. Ying Kuang laughed. I'm not afraid to tell you, even if the Lord of Guiyuan comes, I can still kill him. Although those Guiyuan heretic gods are very strong, they did not act rashly, and they did not want to die. Ying Kuang can easily kill a Guiyuan evil god. If a few of them are besieged in the past, they may be able to kill Ying Kuang, but among the 5 Guiyuan evil gods, 1 or 2 of them will definitely be pulled by Ying Kuang. They don't want to die, so they can only ask the Lord of Guiyuan first. They are all hiding, Chen Shang whispered. Ah Ying, they are all afraid of you, so they dare not come out. It's not good to catch them all at once. Then let's go, Ying Kuang said. Chen Shang released the divine mirror of 6 paths, and after jumping on it with Ying Kuang, he floated into the air. Arriving in the air, Ying Kuang used all the power of life in his body, and then slapped the 6 palace stars. The Lugongxing trembled violently, and then cracks appeared on the surface. Everyone on the Lugongxing panicked and flew into the air, because the Lugongxing was finished, and it would soon crack. There is no ancestral source of creation here. Ying Kuang smashed the 6 palace stars, just to see if there was an ancestral source of creation. Ah Ying, do you have a lot of experience in finding the origin of the creation? Chen Shang asked. One thing, Ying Kuang nodded and said, those ghosts and gods don't dare to come, then let's go to the ancestral source of creation and see if they can stop us from destroying the ancestral source of creation. The ancestral source of creation is the source of the power to create the world. If Ying Kuang and Chen Shang went to destroy it, the evil god Guiyuan would most likely attack. After all, their duty is to protect the ancestral source of creation. The 6 palaces star region is very large, and it is difficult to find the ancestral source of creation hidden in it. Fortunately, Ying Kuang has certain experience. There is a lot of creation power floating in the 6 palaces star field, which are all released by the ancestors of creation. Ying Kuang can judge the direction of those creation powers based on his own experience, and then slowly search for the ancestors of creation. Come out. When Ying Kuang was sabotaging the 6 soul palace back then, he often attacked various ancestral sources of creation, so he still has a lot of experience in this area. They flew for a few days in the 6 palaces star region, but they didn't gain much, they could only determine one direction. They thought that after finding the ancestral source of creation, they would be able to attract those evil spirits. And I haven't found it yet, but the evil god Guiyuan has found it. These Guiyuan heretic gods have always held the positions of Chen Shang and Ying Kuang. There are 5 Guiyuan heretic gods in total. As soon as they arrived, they immediately attacked Chen Shang and Ying Kuang. Master has an order, if you can't catch you, I will kill you. A Guiyuan evil god said, if you don't want to die, you'd better cooperate with us. I will cooperate with your uncle. Ying Kuang roared wildly, and suddenly released all the power of his fate, entering a violent state to fight. Young master, you go. Ying Kuang could see that there was a gap between Chen Shang and these Guiyuan evil gods, and staying here would not help much, but it would make Ying Kuang unable to fight with peace of mind. Okay, Ying, you have to be careful, if you can't beat it, run away. Chen Shang immediately rode the 6 paths divine mirror and ran away. There was Guiyuan evil god who wanted to chase after him, but Ying Kuang stopped them all. After half an hour, Chen Shang took out the communication talisman to contact Ying Kuang, but there was still no response, indicating that Ying Kuang was still fighting with them. Brother, don't worry about Ying's. He's experienced 100 battles, and he's still having fun. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. If he can't beat him, he'll definitely run away. Then let's continue looking for the ancestral source of creation. Chen Shang nodded and said, Girl Jing, have you found anything about the location of the ancestral source of creation? In the past few days, Sister Xiaojing has also been releasing her divine sense to explore the ancestral origin of the world. Chen Shang had come into contact with the ancestral source of creation before, once in the interior of Wanzhou Mountain, and the other time when he attacked the Hall of Fate and Soul. Although there have been two close encounters, the two ancestral sources of creation are very ancient and powerful. The ancestral origins of creation in the 6 soul star region today are all relatively young ancestral origins, and they are not particularly powerful, so Chen Shang felt that he should be able to deal with it. I can't sense it. Sister Xiaojing sighed softly. Ying has more experience in this area, but now he delays those guys, we can only rely on ourselves. There are many things like the ancestral source of creation, and after releasing the power of creation, it will make the creation power inside the 6 soul palace very chaotic, and it is impossible to follow the power of creation to find the source. Because the power of creation here is combined with multiple strands, not a single strand, it is difficult to perceive the source. Chen Shang was searching aimlessly in the 6 palaces star region. After 2 days, he received news from Ying Kuang. Ying, how are you now? Can you beat those guys? Chen Shang asked. I could have beaten them, but they are so strange in their bodies, and suddenly there is a very strong divine power. And they have a lot of powerful things in their hands. Ying Kuang said. I can only run first, they also chasing after me, it seems that I am very important to them. After all, there are 5 Guiyuan evil gods, and there are many things given by the Lord of Guiyuan in his hand. It is really difficult for Ying Kuang to defeat them. Ying, you must be careful about them. I will continue to search for the ancestor of the world. Chen Shang said. You also have to be careful. Ying Kuang said. They have seen the power of fate, they should also practice fate, and they also want to control you, because the way of fate was created by you. Understood. Chen Shang controlled the divine mirror of 6 paths and accelerated to fly forward, because he suddenly sensed a faint wave coming from the front. Although I don't know what energy is fluctuating, it at least shows that there are other creatures in this huge star field. After getting closer, Chen Shang felt more and more that the breath was a little familiar, and at the same time, he also sensed a weak world creation force. That world creation force is very special. Although it is relatively weak, it is very active. After Chen Shang sensed it, he felt that the world creation force was very excited. Not long after, Chen Shang saw a white fog in front of him, and inside the white fog there was a figure struggling. Someone, Chen Shang said in surprise. What looks like a white fog, could it be the ancestral source of creation?